Hello. Okay. Let's go raise this up a bit. Hello. Okay. I was listening to the stream. It's been a while since I've done this, so I don't know if it sounds good or not. But yeah, no, I haven't done this in a while. I must say though, the fact that there is a sound settings thing is amazing. They don't usually do this. How's your day been? It's been pretty bad, actually, not gonna lie. Lots of theater stuff. I was doing theater work for the last, oh gosh, from, noon to, 5, 6? So I took, a 5-hour nap, pretty much. So I'm feeling pretty okay right now, but, man, it was a rough day. Everyone's so grumpy in theater as well, because they're really stressed out. I'm not gonna blame them, because everyone's stressed out, but it's, it's really negative, and it's just big, emotional crux of it all. But yeah, no, the fact that their music settings is perfect because you don't usually get that in these games, and it's the thing that you want, right? I hope the stream's not too laggy. My OBS had some weird things where I'm using a different source than what I usually do. Hopefully it doesn't affect things too much. But yeah, no, I can't see the cursor on the stream, which is fine, I guess. I don't know how to put it back, and I don't really care to put it back. You know what? No, I'll put it back if I can find out how to put it back. I don't know how to... Oh, whatever. It's not important. It's a new game, Danganronpa Lapse. So Danganronpa Lapse is a fan game. It's a completed fan game. It's a very short fan game as well. It's only about 10 hours long. The previous few Danganronpa things I've tried doing, Danganronpa Redemption and Danganronpa Another Despair Academy, they weren't that interesting to me. I actually did watch Another Despair Academy from another YouTuber, and the game was actually really good. I think me and Daniel might play it eventually, but since I already kinda spoiled myself, I don't think I'm gonna be playing it anymore. I don't think that series is gonna continue. Me and Daniel will probably play it in the future, but I mean, it's a good game. It's a really good game, but it just wasn't for me because it just seemed very old school, very not the tropes I like. But anyway, Danganronpa Lapse. I'm curious because I don't know what I'm doing, but it's very clean, and also you can play it on Mac, and that goes a long way. I feel for me. If you can make your games playable on Mac, then that's awesome. Because most games, they don't allow you to play on Mac. The heart of man is very much like the sea, and it has storms, it has tides, and it has depths, and it has pearls too. That's the story of my life right now. Life is rough. Oh, it's kind of quiet, actually. Let's raise the audio a bit. There we go. How do you go back? Oh, return. Here we go. Ring, ring! Ah! Ring, 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 ring! What is that sound? Ring, ring, ring! Okay, okay. Oh, man. It's a bedroom. Dude, this game is so crisp. I love it. Any Mac games that have, HD graphics, they go a long way. It's weird, because, most visual novels that I want to play, they're not available for Mac. And I feel like visual novels are probably, pretty easy to port over, because it's just, text and dialogue. It's not a whole lot of gameplay. But it's weird. But this one you can play, and that's why Danganronpa Lapse is very, very nice and very beautiful. I opened my heavy eyelids to an unfamiliar room. Oh! The phone is the best character I've ever voiced. Yeah. Ring, ring! This isn't my room. I turned my head to the right to see a small, old-fashioned alarm clock on the nightstand. The time read 7:30. 7:30? In the evening? I reached over to stop the alarm when suddenly I felt a dull pain in the back of my head. Ow! I sat up from my bed to rub my head and shut off the alarm. The pain subsided quickly, and it was then that I fully take in my surroundings. I found myself in a comfortable room. Soft lighting rested against my warm-colored walls. Excuse me. The furniture was devoid of any dust or dirt, and the bed itself was extremely plush. An unassuming painting hung just above my head. I scooted over to the center of the bed, kicked my feet out from under the covers, and began pursuing the room and its amenities. A roomy closet, small writing desk in the corner, and a single bathroom. It was overall a very luxurious room without seeming overly elegant in design. This room is comfortable enough, but how on earth did it get here? Am I imagining this? This looks like a hotel room, so I think he's probably... it's gonna be like a murder hotel. The setting will be the Despair Hotel, or something like that. I haven't been in a hotel in quite a while. When I was in Japan, it was more of an apartment. It was a very small apartment, because I think that's how Japanese apartments are. They're just pretty small. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been in a hotel. It looks very nice. I hope I didn't hit my head. I went to the bathroom, turned the cold tap, and let my cupped hands fill the crisp water before splashing my face. Oh, look at me. Wait, this actually kind of looks like me. Hold up. Wait. Yo, this actually does kind of look like me. That's amazing. You see the dead bodies and order some breakfast in bed. Oh man, I want some bacon with these dead bodies. The chill snapped my senses awake as I took a look to collect myself. Well, as far as I can tell, at least I'm in one piece. I noticed my everyday coat was on a hanger behind me. I pulled the coat out and adjusted myself. If, like, this guy had sunglasses and a lab coat, this would just be me. I look like a massive nerd. I kind of do. I wouldn't hurt to recall back the basics. Oh, wow. He's even... Like, if this was a lab coat, this would just be me. His name is even Echo Pine. Because, like, the Apollo Justice voice I give Apollo is, like... I'm trying to emulate, like, Dipper Pines. So the fact that his name is, like, Echo Pines. And also, like, Echo, because I guess he yells a lot. Like, the Chords of Steel or whatever. That's so funny. It's like, this guy's just me. I want to show this to Sean Daniel. Oh, my God. My name is Echo Pine. I'm a student at Calm Mind Institute. Is that like a Pokemon move? Calm Mind Institute, coming towards the end of my final year. My best friend is Ashley. Ashley! The last thing I remember is seeing my best friend Ashley off for a day, and she went to take care of her horses. Ashley, I wonder if she made it home alright. I admit it was a little less thorough in making sure she made it to her house at late afternoon, but I'm sure she's alright. Or, I hope. Oh, I'm so excited about this game. Like, this game is already giving me more, like, optimistic feelings than Danganronpa and Other Despair Academy, because that game, to be fair, is not fully translated yet. You know, the graphics are RPG Maker, and it was made in 2013. But this one is, like, released in 2022, so because it's more recent, I'm feeling a lot more, like, confident. This actually kind of reminds me of the Sonic the Hedgehog murder mystery. The graphics are very similar. But yeah, I racked my brain thinking about that evening. Oh, God. Is it a fan game? What is his ultimate talent? I don't know. I'm gonna guess, like, ultimate, basic boy. Basic bitch. Ashley Westbridge. Julio Cloney, the ultimate winner. Fen, can you take a screenshot and send it to Sean Daniel right now? Oh my God, that is literally just me. Alright, thanks for the lift. I don't know what voice to get. Like, I think there are 10 characters here, so I need to think of a voice for 10 characters. I'm betting you Ashley's gonna die first. I bet she's either gonna be the first victim or one of the killers, or even the mastermind. I don't know. But, like, either way, she's not surviving without being relevant, of course, because, I mean, that goes without saying, but yeah. Alright, thanks for the lift. And be careful with your ankle. I can't believe you insisted on driving through even though it's sprained. It's no problem. Besides, my ankle's almost done healing, so it's no big deal. It's not like I drive with that foot anyway. I'm just worried since I can't walk you to the door. I wanted to see if Applejack was in a petting... Is Applejack like a pony or something, like from My Little Pony? My house is right there, so you don't need to worry. And if she is, I'll be sure to give that kitty a good scratching for you. It's a cat, then. Alright, night, Ash. Good night, Echo. I left the car in the park and watched as Ashley crossed the lawn. I declined putting any more strain in my left ankle since it was still recovering from a sprain, but I remained vigilant. Her porch light wasn't on. As she got closer to the house, she faded into the evening shadows. I waited a few more minutes until I heard that front door close. Click! Okay, time to get back. This is literally just me, oh my God. I shifted back into the drive and let the wheel crawl before accelerating, but upon my slow graze across the gravel, I didn't see her living room light turn on. I was worried, but I was certain I heard the front door close. Was I really certain, though? I remember clearly driving off, not seeing her living room light turn on, then... Ah! Earthquake! Nothing. Suddenly a darkness welled inside of me. Well, was I in this strange, unknown remote location because I didn't make sure my friend was safe in her home? No, that would be absurd. Those two things can't be linked together just because I was less cautious than usual. I combed through the room once more and realized I didn't have any of my personal possessions on hand or in the room itself. No phone to call Ashley to make sure she's okay. Sure, there was an ancient landline service phone in the room, but I didn't know where to begin. I started to panic. I had to get out of here. I got so caught up in both my head and unprovoked fear that I threw the door open with full force, nearly hitting the person just outside. And that person just happened to be... Whoa, watch it. Ash? Huh? Echo? It was strange. The friend I thought suffered a consequence for not making sure that they made it home safe was standing right in front of me for some inexplicable reason. You're okay! Ashley Westbridge, a dear old friend of mine. She's what some people would call a horse girl, which seems like a vague thing to call someone who just happens to tend to equines. That irreverent thought aside, yeah, of course I'm okay. But what about you? You're as pale as a ghost. I got a little worked up, that's all. I woke up in this unknown place, and I thought it was because I didn't see the lights go on in the house before I drove off. I routed all my thoughts that stirred my fears just moments ago. Echo, it's okay. You don't have to worry about a thing. I made it home to take care of Hyperion, all in one piece. I was just tired is all, so I went straight to the stables behind the house to look at the back door entrance. Sorry I worried you. Oh God, the music, oh my God. Ashley wrapped me up in a big familiar hug and I immediately felt calm. Thanks, Ash. I should get so worked out about stuff like that, but sometimes I can't help it.
You know, one thought led to another, and I just bumped into the worst possible conclusion. Oh, Echo, you needn't fret so much. You'll make yourself sick with worry. However, I can totally understand where your mind be coming from, especially in this scenario. Yeah, just, where are we? Yeah, that is the question. With my heart, mind, and ease, I discussed the situation with... This is really loud. I need to lower the audio. Oh my god, it's so loud. These games are like the loudest things in existence. Like, Danganronpa games are just so loud for no reason. I discussed the situation with Ashley. I told her that I woke up not long ago thanks to the provided alarm clock, and her experience was just the same. She too felt the dull pain of lingering headache through awakening. Her hair makes me think of an axolotl. Is she an axolotl? This is like very Gravity Falls coded. We got Pine, and we got axolotls. It's like Gravity Falls. She felt a brief moment of confusion due to unknown setting. I couldn't find any of my possessions in my room. I tried to find my phone to call you, but no luck. I don't have anything to note in my room either. I don't have any of my things with me, like my satchel or phone. It's odd, though. There aren't any answers to the obvious questions like, how did we get here? Where are my things? I strangely felt comfortable here. I think it might be... Let me... Oh, okay, there we go. That's how you, Let's lower that audio. These games are so loud. For, like, really no reason. There we go. Yeah, I think it might be, that super plush bed. Not gonna lie, I'd really like that back home. We laughed amongst ourselves and decided to explore what seemed to be some sort of mansion. I still felt uneasy, but thanks to seeing a familiar face, I felt safer. I closed my room door behind me, noticing there was a plaque that adorned with the symbol of my high school. Looking further down the hall, the various other door plaques shared the same features. I spotted Ashley right as well, and it seems her room was adjacent to mine across the hall. Looks like there are other students here. Our plaques with school emblems, I'm assuming. Seems that way, although I haven't ran into anyone yet. Not literally like you, of course. Very funny. The hall exterior was very ornate, with dark wood lining the walls and candle sconces lighting the path. The dark wood floor was covered in a thick, woven rug that created a path towards an opening in the hallway. I think I can hear some others down the hall. Ashley took the lead as we curiously walked through the hall, taking in the ambiance, as we gazed at the miscellaneous paintings of nature that hung on the wall. The sound of lively conversation grew louder as we approached the concerning room. I like this music. I know it's just the music from the first game, but it's nice. Candle scones, he says. Candle scones? Sure enough, there were 3 people having a lively chat in the foyer. Oh, yo, it's, is this a boy or a girl? I don't know. Oh my gosh, what is the, who is this? This, like, he has blue hair, it reminds me of Francisca.
Hey, you two, good of you to make it. I was wondering how many other people were going to come around.
Oh, okay, no, this is Francisca. Who is this? I'm guessing this is going to be like the Byakuya type of character, like the rival, like the super smart and pompous rival. What voice do I give her?
You could just count how many doors with plaques there are in the living room hallway.
I'm not attentive enough for that sort of stuff. I'll just figure it out from how many of you I meet up with.
Oh no, this is the Byakuya type.
You're awfully carefree, aren't you?
Yeah, it's because I have good company with these lovely folks. Oh, come on, what's with the cold shoulders? I'm here to have a good time.
The person in the hat continued preoccupying his present less than willing company with his lively conversation. I quietly took in the atmosphere of the floor before approaching the group. The main clearing was huge. It was... Ooh, the glasses girl who loves. I mean, I don't know yet. She needs to prove herself. She needs to earn it. You know, glasses aren't enough. She needs to earn it. It features a shiny white marble floor extending into 2 spiraling staircases on either side of the circular walls. An elevator resided in the center of the wall opposite from the front door. I have an idea, actually. I'm going to put the name of the game in the description so that, you know, the YouTube algorithm will be like, oh, it's Danganronpa Lapse. Let's recommend it to people. I'm going to do that really quickly. This game looks really promising, though. I don't know what to expect, and that's what makes me excited. Let's add Danganronpa Lapse in the description so that people can have an easier time. Oh crap, my mic fell. I don't have a mic stand right now, so it's probably not going to be the best, but... Yeah, now I'm going to add it to the description. We're playing Danganronpa Lapse. There we go. There we go. Hopefully the algorithm is kind. Get more friends in a bit. I don't know. A beautiful chandelier hung across the center of a marbled ceiling, just above the modest table at ground level. The wooden table itself was rather bare, only containing a decorative flower vase and a very polite note printed on premium grade cardstock. Speaker, thank you for joining us on this momentum occasion. Please make sure to welcome official by signing it, utilizing the bracelets that have been provided. Simply tap the bracelet within the digital kiosk that is located at the foot of the stairs. I lifted my left wrist to see a bracelet in question. It was a light simple thing, a rose gold plate with my name on it.
excuse me, strung into a bracelet with a small chain of the same color. I didn't even notice it until now. Ashley was admiring hers just as I did. Her bracelet hung on her right wrist, just above her own wood cuff bracelet. I looked over the other students' wrists as well, and they had the same thing, albeit presumably with their own names. What is the purpose of these things anyway? Rather than getting absorbed in wondering about small decoration, I decided to join in small conversation. Hello there! Have you three already scanned your bracelets? Oh god. I'm just gonna give the Byakuya voice, cause yeah, 999. It's like the opening area of 999. This is great. Yes, we've all conceived here just a few minutes ago. I would recommend you scan your bracelets on the kiosk as well, since it grants access to rooms after the welcome. Oh, then don't mind if I do. I went over to the aforementioned kiosk that was nestled strangely into the luxurious decor. The kiosk displayed a map of the living room, the first floor by default. The foyer led to 4 locations: the living quarters, the dining hall, the study, and the theater. I held up my wrist close to the screen and it quickly detected my bracelet displaying a sparse summary of information, my name and a profile picture. Echo Pine, just looks like me. What if I cosplay as Echo Pine? Oh my god. No one would know who it is, because I don't think this is super popular, but like, that's amazing. Thanks for signing in. Oh, enjoy your dinner. So now we have Julio, Axolotl, Pokemon Trainer, Francisca. The bracelet corresponds to your room and your room alone. They're paramount to keeping your personal room and belongings safe. Please take care of it. It's actually 999. This does mean we get an ace copy. We need to get Daniel if there's an ace copy. Please make yourself comfortable with all the given accommodations, and once again, welcome. The screen into the original map screen as it was scanned before my bracelet. I stepped to let Ashley sign in as well. In the meantime, got to introducing myself to other students. Hey there, I'm Echo Pine, and this is my friend Ashley Westbridge.
Nice to meet you all. Likewise, I'm Arturo Campoviano, but just Art is perfectly fine.
Missy Vesper, the pleasure is all mine. Canon Oda. Have you met before? That would be negative.
Nothing like making a few new friends, though, right?
Canon said nothing, instead letting out a loud sigh with absolutely no subtlety and hiding her annoyance towards Art's enthusiasm. I see. That said, you mentioned you two are acquainted. Oh yeah, we were pen pals the summer before high school started, and we just became close over time. That's quite endearing. Oh, thank you. I didn't expect that answer from Missy. Maybe she's the type to secretly cry at romantic movies.
Well, if we're all signed in, why don't we visit the dining hall? I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel like tea's in order after waking up.
I'm in favor of that idea. I'd like to explore afterwards as well.
Yeah, I was wondering who we were going to run into. This is exciting.
Missy walked briskly towards the dining hall, which is the opposite of the living quarters hall where we entered the foyer. Art quickly followed, after which we just left Cannon back in the giant clearing. I'll explore at my own pace. Thank you. Oh, okay, I suppose we'll meet you later. With a curt definitive statement, Cannon made her a case stating that she was going to stay put in the foyer. Ashley and I followed the other two in the dining hall, leaving Cannon to her business. Where is the link to the stream? I'm gonna share this with some of my friends really quickly, actually. So the dining hall was rather small and intimate. A long woodcraft table and a modest chandelier upgraded the centerpiece. A black marble fireplace with a natural painting hanging just above the decorated far wall. The table bore 16 chairs, 4 on each side and 2 on the heads of the table. The table is already decorated with light accessories, candelabra, small vases of flowers, and an encyclopedia about ships. The room itself was connected to a small kitchen, one with the usual kitchen staple: appliances, an oven, a refrigerator, a large dishwashing sink, a gas range, and all the utensils and tools one might need. A small storehouse pantry was off to the side, with nothing of reliable edible interest to a common person.
Wow, this place is super loaded, huh?
Art made a beeline to the other side where he was poking in and out of the dining hall between the pantry and the kitchen. Missy, on the other hand, gazed slowly around the dining room itself. This is quite a fine setting, but not so much that it feels oppressively high-end. Oh, man.
Yep, everything looks to be in order for a good meal.
Art finally stopped pacing around and sat above one of the seats, kicking his feet up on the table as he looked around the room. Missy looked noticeably shook her head at the action.
Where is everyone? This place seats like a bunch of people, but there are only 5 of us.
I wonder why no one else woke yet. Maybe others ignore their alarms. Some like to sleep in, after all. I approached the natural painting above the fireplace, admiring the soft colors and brushwork. As I stood in front of it, the painting faded to reveal what looked to be an emblem. Following the display of the emblem scene, an announcement came over the speakers in the room. The voice, silvery and modulated. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you've had a lovely stay. Feel free to utilize the kitchen to your heart's content, or if you are unable to, you may use the automated cook featuring by tapping a bracelet above the kitchen's digital kiosk by selecting a meal. Or if neither of those suit your particular interests, you may consult the group's ultimate level kitchen hand. The emblem disappeared, returning the screen to its initial artwork display. But what did that mean? What, an ultimate level kitchen hand? I turned over to ask the other students, but it looked like Art had already figured it out. Or rather, figured something out. It's weird. Whatever he started going on about made next to no sense to me.
Oh, I get it. This is a safe house a private group provided for us since we signed up for the preservation project.
Huh? You signed up to be here?
Yeah, of course. If I guess correctly, we all seem to be ultimate students. There's some ultimate vibes in this room, don't you think?
Yes, that seems to be the case. What is an ultimate student?
Don't tell me you don't know. Oh man, what are you even doing here?
Ultimate students are typically high school students that super excel in their field of expertise. They're often scouted by groups with various intentions, virtuous or nefarious. They will often have a focused set of skills that make their abilities desirable to certain people, and with good set of reason.
If there's any talent you can think of, there's probably an ultimate student out there that'll knock your socks off with amazingness.
So you're saying everyone here is super talented?
You're kidding, right? You've been walking this whole time with Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate jockey, and you didn't even know?
Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate jockey, so she really is a horse girl then. It's great. Huh? Ultimate jockey? I don't really talk about my talent outside my usual day-to-day.
I've heard of Ashley Westbridge's accomplishments. She can wrangle just about any horse and ride them to victory.
It's quite impressive to tame such creatures, and of any variety nonetheless. However, I read you excel best with your main partner, Hyperion, a Pinto Trakener. I didn't realize my achievements were so widely regarded. It's a little embarrassing hearing others remark upon them. Wow, even so, I looked over to Ashley, who despite his sudden grandeur, looked as modest as ever. Honestly, I thought you were a typical horse girl. I don't know whether to find that humbling or insulting to my talent. So Ashley held the title of Ultimate Jockey, huh? I was curious to know what that implied. I never knew her to be particularly eccentric when it came to the lifestyle at all. For how long during our friendship did she have that title? Enough about me, what about you two? I'll admit, I can put a talent to either of your names. With his newfound knowledge of the situation, I was curious to learn about the other students here. Let's see, who should we do first? Let's do the guy first. Art Acompiano. Your name's Art, right? May I ask what your talent is?
Sure, I'm the ultimate golfer.
Okay, sure. Why not? I don't see why not.
I never miss my mark. Total holes in one all day, every day.
Wow, how did you manage that?
I don't know, I can't stand having to put more energy into extra strokes, so I make the first and last one count.
What kind of reasoning was that to become a pro golfer? What an interesting way to go about it. I can't even imagine being able to control a club like that.
I took a lot of practice for sure. I used to golf a lot with my grandpa. It was all good and fun back in the day, so I guess I never really thought about his work, huh? I've floated a few times, sure, but who doesn't?
Art seems to be taking a lot of pride in this title. It's admirable. What about you, Missy? Let's talk to you. What those individuals or group or institutions do to the students is beyond me. I have not heard many stories of success or failure from anyone with the luxury of being accepted. In any case, don't take much stock in that title is all I'm saying. I'd admit though, I was rather curious at the titles now that the subjects have been brought up. That's understandable. I am the ultimate tactician. The ultimate tactician, okay. Sure. What does that mean? Is she like good at like shooting things? Tactician? Like battle tactics? No, it's more like political campaign tactics and strategies, the less interesting of the two people I usually think of. I've been at the forefront of numerous political campaigns and battles, many of which I've employed to strategize against the opposing forces. Really, aren't you basically manipulating the winner outcome then? The choice is not mine, but the people's. I simply put the message out, framing it in the most self-beneficial way possible for each side. Huh, I think political campaigns can be interesting, but wouldn't Ultimate Campaign Manager be a more appropriate title? Well, I'm not the one who came up with the title. I see. Missy seems to be a very selfish person who doesn't seem to care much for extravagance an ultimate title implies.
Such captivating talents. I'd love to watch one of your games, Art. Oh, it's nothing. I bet horse racing is much more interesting.
Indeed, your feats of athleticism are quite impressive. Yeah, I admit it's hard to imagine.
It's really not a big deal, Echo. Honestly, the whole ultimate student thing feels a tad blown out of proportion.
Sensing Ashley was done with praise, I shifted the topic. Well, now that we're acquainted, why don't we look around for more? Looks like there's more to be seen upstairs.
Oh, yes, it was a pleasure talking to you too.
Don't be a stranger, we can explore together. Art's echoing voice sounded through the dining hall.
Oh man, the kitchen features are cool. What's this?
Clunk. Huh? On second thought, I might keep an eye on Art for a while. I'm sure he won't mind the company.
Alright, I'll see you around then.
Ashley and I stepped into the dining hall to the foyer once more. Kenny didn't stay for long. The foyer was devoid of her presence. Huh, where to? There's stairs going up, but I think we should check the entirety of the floor first. I was thinking the same. Why don't you pick where we go next? Sure, the locations are the study and the theater. Let's go to the study. Why not? Let's go to the study. The study was cramped. Encyclopedias were filled to the ceiling, covered with an abundance of subjects, ranging from anywhere from medical to athletic. There's a small office corner
provided for studying the tomes with relative ease. I can't read today. Why can't I? Another digital kiosk stood to the side, showing a searchable list of books in the study. Ashley observed the kiosk curiously as I gawked at the variety of reading material stuffed in the shelves.
Oh wow, the Equestrian Encyclopedia was published only 2 years ago. I have an old version, so this could be really interesting.
Haha, you'd be excited about that.
Wait, now that you know I'm the ultimate jockey, it makes sense?
No, you're still the same old horse girl, I know, but with a fancy title. Ashley's gonna die first, isn't she? We're gonna lose our best friend here. There are two other students taking residence in the library, one meekly hiding in the corner and the other calmly leafing through the book of their choice. Oh, hello. Rantaro, is that you? Rantaro? The green-haired student noticed me approaching him and deftly flipped his book shut with one hand, giving me his full attention. Good morning. I immediately felt that attention to be near palpable from his focused gaze alone. Are you hiding everything all right? The study is quite pleasant atmosphere, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah, it's very well accommodated. The study, as well as the rest of the facility, is nicely prepared.
Indeed, you could spend your days in this well-kept study, enriching your mind in regards to whatever subject your heart desires. Does that sound like an inviting prospect?
I don't see why not. A location for ultimate students should be peak condition, right? The preservation project situation seems to be equipped for comfort.
Oh, you seem to have been made aware of the preservation project. He hesitated as he chewed meticulously on his next statement. Do you have an ultimate talent?
If I'm being honest, I'm not sure what my talent is, considering the situation seems to revolve around it. Everyone I've met so far has some kind of title.
I admire your candor. Who knows? You might have some innate skill that you personally think are average.
You think so? I feel pretty ordinary, and I've never really seen the center of mass attention for anything so particular.
The skill might require a specific habitat, so to speak. Luckily, this appears to be the ideal place and social environment for expanding upon such hidden abilities. However, I wouldn't worry about it much. Whatever underlying passion or talent you have is you, and you alone to enjoy.
That's reassuring. I feel like I've stumbled into something out of my league with so many skilled students. If you don't mind me asking, what is your skill talent?
It's hard to describe. I'm the ultimate charisma. Cyrus Suryik. his name's a palindrome. Cyrus Suryik. Ultimate charisma. Nice to meet you. Back at you. My pleasure. I didn't really understand the implication of his title, but I could sort of feel the alluring presence to him. I suppose that's what charisma is. How about you, meek student? I approached the meek student standing in one of the darker corners of the city.
Hey there.
Sorry to spook you. I was just going around meeting everyone. I'm Echo Pine.
I was dragged out of my room by the guy over there. He's evil.
I peered over the aforementioned person who looked to be calmly inspecting the rows of books.
Fine. He didn't drag me out. I ran with him while I was wandering around. I just didn't want to be alone in the study.
She shot a troubled glance after admitting her lie. Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Me? I'm Saikono. I'm a watchmaker. Would you then by chance be called the ultimate watchmaker? I guess you could say that. I just tinker with watches and stuff. They go for a really high price, apparently, but I don't particularly care for money.
Seikono. I don't know if there's a pun there. Seikono.
Someone once offered me 3 luxury cars for a single watch. You must have some very well admired craftsmanship. I guess so, but I can't even drive. What am I going to do with 3 cars?
She climbed up awkwardly, turned back around to face the bookshelf corner. I didn't want to pry, so I just left her alone. Okay. After meeting the other 2 students at the study, Ashley and I chatted about meeting other students. So we met Sei and Cyrus, a watchmaker and a charismatic person, respectively. I suppose one could become a talent by improving their characteristics if they wanted to. Could be similar to managing a brand, perhaps. Maybe. Regardless, they seem nice enough.
Yeah, Sei seems sweet, if not a little shy.
Let's go to the theater next. Oh boy, who are we gonna meet? Very interesting cast of characters so far. I know this is just the meeting stage, but it seems pretty promising. Ashley and I walked across the hallways to our next location, the theater. The theater was something to behold.
Behold, my theater!
Although it was a fairly intimate scene with a few rows and a medium-sized stage, it's not an air of elegance thanks to the decor. Rich velvet curtains glowed underneath the gaze of bright spotlight. The stage itself was occupied by 3 students who seemed to be having a heated discussion. I know there's only 10 students, so I think this is everyone. Oh gosh, look at this guy. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. What voice do I give him? I'm guessing this is the white hair guy right now. Oh god, what voice do I give him? I don't even know. He looks kind of like a ghost. You really want to stand by that theory? Hey, to each his own. I'm not knocking for not thinking the obvious.
Let's settle down, please. Let's settle down.
It's a girl. What voice do I give her?
Let's settle down, please.
I forgot what voice I gave the first guy. Oh no. Absolutely not. I have no intention of charging for my view for this scoundrel. Geez, scoundrel, that's cold, especially to a stranger.
You two don't need to get so heated about something like this. It's an important matter between 2 strongly opinionated people. So we agree on the matter. Maybe I should cut in? What's going on here? The three turn around surprised, presumably for not being able to see me at the unlit foot of the stage.
Nina has such a foolish question. We are discussing the dire and apparently questionable nature of this.
The waiter student crouched down to reveal a painting that was turned away from the audience. It was a framed picture of what looked like an ink block art. Wait! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that's a funny Rinpa! Oh, I see. You're trying to figure out what the painting is.
Yeah, what do you see?
I stared for a moment, but looked at the two patiently in all seriousness, waiting for my answer. Funny Rinpa! Funny Rinpa! It's a dog. I'll have to think about it.
No immediate answer.
I felt judging eyes pierce my soul cold. It's a dog. No.
It's a dog. Not everything has to be a dog. It's clearly an elephant.
So, just a different four-legged animal. The conversation seemed pretty... It's a funny Rinpa! I might have better luck if I wait! Is that the twist? Is the twist that we're in the... Fuck, what is it called? I forgot the name. SS... I forgot the name. It was... Oh, man. The Gigantic. That's what it's called. I might have better luck if I talk to them individually. Are we on the Gigantic? Yo! Oh, my God. I visited the white-haired student on the stage. So, about the painting, I do think I see an elephant.
And no need to feign an understanding. It's quite assured that the painter's intention was to illustrate an elephant, as abstract as it appears.
Uh-huh. I studied the painting a bit longer. The more I looked at it, the more I willed it into being what he claimed was the true subject. It's a dog! Or a funny Rinpa. Despite being told what the subject is, I couldn't make out within the shapes. So you have an eye for this kind of thing?
An eye for abstract art. Ahime, my friend, I'm not an ultimate artist. I'm the ultimate opera singer. Oh, gosh. I am the ultimate opera singer, so my temper...
He rambled on about something a bit before further stopping himself. Right.
So my manners falter so lyric charmed, I'm sure. I'm giving him this voice, and it will destroy my voice. But he is the opera singer, so he gets the singing voice.
He gave a deep bow as he introduced himself, slowly rose, and went to look at the painting some more, indicating an end to the conversation. He sure has interestingly placed dramatic moments. Stuck to the girl. I'm gonna give her like a Boston accent, just so that there's some variety. Because I don't
want to do this voice because, like, you know, it really destroys my throat.
So I'm gonna give her like a Brooklyn accent. The girl was caught in the middle of the squirrel and stepped down from the stage and left the other two to scare each other's silence. Hey, yo. Sora.
Yeah, pop.
Pandora Sparrow, nice to meet you. Likewise, I'm Echo Pine. Echo Pine, I hope we get along. So I was informed there's a little group of students comprised of students that have ultimate talents. Do you happen to have a title of some sort? Oh yeah, I'm known as the Ultimate Baker. I work here at New York, or whatever. I don't exactly know what accent this is, but I'm trying to make it sound New York. And yourself? About that, I don't seem to know. I don't think I have one, if I'm being honest. That's no matter. That doesn't make you look any more or less than a person. So what do you think the painting is? I'm not really sure myself, but something as ambiguous as that. It can be whatever the viewer wants it to be. Oh my god, is she French? Oh yeah, but something as ambiguous as that. It can be whatever the viewer wants to be, n'est-ce pas? I suppose so. Perhaps it isn't the subject of this piece that's most important, but rather it is the emotions it conveys to the individual. Black and white are striking colors to work with, are they not? There's sort of a lot of symbolism behind these two simple colors. But I can only wonder what the artist behind the piece enjoyed creating it. The art couldn't have come to life otherwise, so I don't see why not. I agree. Pandora, she has such a warm presence, even though she's French. It's like the dark-haired student. I approached the student wearing a fur-lined jacket. So about the painting, I do see a dog.
Ugh. You don't have to lie. I don't care about what it... Wait.
I don't have to care what it is. In fact, I don't even know what the painting is either. It's something I made up. A dog is easy to imagine. It's a practice of pareidolia.
Pareidolia?
The act of perceiving a subject or significance where there is no meaningful interpretation. For example, seeing objects in cloud formations or hearing indistinct voices and random noise. And in this case, seeing a dog in abstract painting. Dogs are common enough animals, yeah? Who doesn't like to think about dogs?
I stared at the painting a bit longer. The more I looked at it, the more I willed it into being what he said it was. Even if yeah, there's a dog. It's a dog. Despite being told what the subject was, I couldn't make out anything within the shapes. Isn't it a bit cruel to make something up when he's so intense about it?
I just want to explain why I saw what he did, but I truly wouldn't. So much for friendly discussion.
To each their own, I suppose. Well, anyway, I'm just going around meeting everyone. I would tell you my talent if I had one.
You don't have an ultimate.
Yeah, you don't have an ultimate.
You don't have an ultimate. You can't remember.
He seemed to be muttering under his breath about my last statement, but I paid him no mind and waited for his response.
I'm Lyle Termina, the ultimate puzzle master. A connoisseur of word puzzles, block puzzles, escape room puzzles, the like.
Lyle Termina. Okay, that's gonna be easy to remember. I like him so far. He looks like... Well, I don't want to say he looks like me, because the main character looks like me, but he looks like me if I was evil.
If you don't mind.
Lyle turning back to the painting ended our conversation abruptly. Puzzle saw, maybe he's trying to unscramble the shapes in that painting. Ashley and I left Forte and Lyle to have a spat in peace. Pandora stayed behind, trying to settle the two down. What voice do I give Lyle? I want to give Lyle a better voice.
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, Lyle will get this voice.
Phew, Forte and Lyle were... kind of intense, huh? I'll say. I never had a sharp eye for art, so what we're talking about is beyond me. And Pandora is brave for trying to calm them down. It takes a certain person to want to intervene when things get heated, huh?
Okay, I think we've met everyone, so that's nice. We're doing pretty well so far. I think 35 minutes, and we've already met everyone. It's good pacing. After running the first floor, Ashley and I paused the living quarters hallways to gather our thoughts. So these are available locations on the floor. I guess the rooms are interesting enough, but more importantly, I wonder how many other students there are. What are the other student for earlier canon? I just counted the doors, right? I'm gonna go check it out. But who knows if there are more students on other floors? There were stairs going up the floor, so we have to check that area out too. And speaking of canon, I wonder what her talent is. Wait, that aside, how did I never know you had a super talent in horse racing? Oh, well, it never came up, and a lot of people before you didn't particularly care for how much time I'd spent at the stables and racetracks, so I just stopped bringing it up. Besides, it's just easier to tell people I tend to horses. So what is that? So what does being an ultimate level jockey imply? Does that mean you win a lot? Come on, Echo. I don't want to bore you with superficial numbers. I'll just say my win percentage is 44% and top 3% is 84%. I don't know what those numbers are supposed to mean. Anyway, I'm not just a horse girl. I have other pets too. Yeah, like your cat, Applejack. Of course you remember Applejack. Is that like supposed to be dramatic irony? The cat is named Applejack, not the horse. How could I not? She clawed up my school vests. The deep ringing of the school bell rang across the halls, like echoing through the bill. Oh no, is there gonna be Monokuma? Oh no. Then an announcement came over what seemed to be a hidden overhead speakers in the ceiling.
It is now 9 a.m. The second floor amenities are now open. It'll stay open until 7 p.m. Boo-hoo!
Second floor? After the announcement, we saw Pandora filter out one of the first floor rooms in the hall.
Oh, Ashley and Echo, will you visit the second floor with me? Sure, we were wondering about it as well. By the way, did you get anything to eat from the dining hall? Huh, no, I was a little distracted by the whole Ultimate Students thing. You're luck, I made croissants earlier. Here, she really is French, huh? She produced 2 items folded in the cloth from her apron pocket. I accepted the small cloth covered in delight and unwrapped it carefully, revealing a bite-sized croissant. A heavenly warm aroma filled the halls. Accepted the small cloth covered in delight. Okay, the stream is going well. From the fragrance alone, I enveloped with comfort and feeling of the sun's rays from my skin. Ashley and I took one each and bit into the small, flaky, buttery dough. A piece of chocolate inside melted as soon as it hit my tongue. It was smooth and rich, contrasting the light and sweet crumb of the dough housing it. That's the ultimate baker for you. C'est delicieux. Merci, but nothing at all. I just really enjoy baking. The look on people's face when they deliberately smell fresh bread coming out of the oven. The warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you eat your favorite food. Such a feeling is priceless. Pandora was right. After drinking the croissant, I felt an intense nostalgia from my younger days when I could smell summers ring around outside, basking in the fresh afternoon sun. That was the ultimate power of the ultimate baker's delicacies, to invoke a warm sense of familiarity. What a wonderful thing. Oh, she's French. Yeah, unfortunately. Huh. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I noticed you two are quite close. Have you met before? Echo's my friend, and we've known each other for 4 years now. Ah, certain Mimi. A long friendship is something so cherished. Definitely. Echo's always been there for me, even if we are quite worrisome. How can you say that? I was just looking out for you. I kid, of course. I really appreciate your concern, but you should think about yourself sometimes, too. Pandora smiled sweetly as we had our little back and forth. Oh, sorry, why don't we get going? No, really, shall we? Oh my gosh, what the heck? The 3 of us walked down the hallway to the floors where the stairs in the second floor were. Hey Pandora, did you meet anyone else this morning? Anyone else? I can't say I have. So far, I've only been acquainted for you for in Lyle. Oh man. I need to check something really quick. I hope she doesn't die. JPEG, what does it sound like a French... What does it sound like when a French person coughs? It sound like this. That's what they would sound like. I don't know. Anyone else? I can't say I have. So far I've only been acquainted... Sorry. I can't say I have. So far I've only been acquainted with you, Forte, and Lyle. Oh, sorry. I thought you might have run into a few others like we have. This morning I went to the dining hall in the theater. Unfortunately, Forte and Lyle kept me from going anywhere else with their argument. Huh? We didn't see you, and you must have woken up much earlier than us, huh? That is correct. I suppose you could say my entire clock has been thrown to the habits, given my day-to-day life. I just wake up very early to make sure the dough from the night before is properly risen, prepare any glazes I might need, prep my workstation. Oh, I must be boring you with my daily routine. Oh, not at all. It's all fascinating, honestly. You're sweet, Echo. Perhaps I should invite you to help me at tomorrow's meeting. Perhaps if you are awake by 4:30 a.m. Oh, sure. I can't promise to be fully awake, though. Pandora laughed lightly in jest as she went her merry way up the stairs. I'm waiting for Monokuma. Like, there's gotta be a Is there a French named Pan... Oh my god, is her name Panda Express?
Oh my god. Pandora? I forgot her name. Oh my god, it might actually be. That's so funny. Ashley and I followed suit where we met another digital kiosk at the top of the stairs. The screen displayed another map, this time the center of the locations. The Artium, Spa Lounge, and Climbing Center, and Jazz Club. Huh? What kind of mansion has a climbing center built in it? Maybe the owner is an eccentric rock climber. I think the assortment of activities is presented to cater to unique talent levels of various students. In fact, the student education pantry has a wealthy resources. I was quite surprised to have such rare ingredients. I imagine the ultimate chefs will be pleased with the selections like Teru Teru. That's a good point. There was a theater on the first floor. After all, 14 other ultimate performers probably utilized the room as a place to further hone their skills. The preservation project. It seemed like this group wanted to accommodate a myriad of intense and unique students. I don't know what kind of group has the ability to provide such a vast selection of activities and resources. Well, where to first? I was sure about the climbing center. The mansion must be huge if it can house something exciting like this. I'd like to see the spa lounge. It is a quite lovely and relaxing place. Echo, why don't you decide? What? Okay. Oh, by the way, Finn, this is very similar to 999. Look, like, they got the elevator here. Like, there's the picture of the dog in the painting. It's like, wait a second, is this 999 again? Let's explore the climbing center. We inspected the map for the route to the center and made our way there in no time at all. Whee! Oh wow, look at this. This reminds me of my middle school. It had like really high climbing walls. It was really beautiful. And it had like the harnesses and stuff. Oh, this makes me so nostalgic. The climbing center was a vibrant, spacious place. The artificial rock and arc formations that carved the walls reached upwards of what looked to be 3 stories high towards a bright, naturally lit ceiling. Off the side was a preparation locker full of ropes and harnesses, as well as a small vending machine full of energy drinks and water bottles. Whoa, this place is huge. I can't imagine how anyone gets up there. I craned my neck up, inspecting the array of colorful grips that dotted the sprawling ascending surface. The hanging ropes disappeared into the distance of the light. The world is full of interesting people. The world is certainly full of interesting people and talents. Well, then, there's a will, there's a way. That's what my dad says. Pandora poked out from underneath the arch formations, just as taken the incredible height as I was. That's for sure. I'm an athlete, but I can't excel here. I don't have a good tolerance for heights. I wonder if someone's gonna be pushed off the edge. I wonder if like that's how they're gonna kill someone. If you don't mind me asking, how did you two discover your talents anyway? Ashley pondered the question for a second. I was raised in the countryside on a farm, and it probably came to me like it was second nature. As a child, going to the racetrack with my father was honestly just another errand. That is, until he let me ride the horses myself. I felt the love for all the accelerating competition at this point. I was homeschooled by my mothers. One a teacher, the other a prolific baker. You can figure it out. Her surname sadly does not translate to Pen Express, but her surname does translate to something else. Espere? Is that Esper? Esper. Is she like? Oh my god, is she a psychic? Oh my god, this is just 999. Wait, this is just Zero Escape. Is she an Esper? Oh my god, if she's an Esper, holy crap. Oh my, I need to share this with you. If this game, because this game has had so many like similarities to 999 so far, and it's getting me like all giddy. Oh my god, I need to share this with Daniel. If like this really is like a 999 like it's derived from 999. I'd love that so much. Eventually, I do have a love of the task at hand. There's 10 people as well. Oh my god. Wow, you two are truly incredible. Echo, you're an incredible person too. Don't let labels deter you from speaking to us as anything but your peers. Huh, I don't know about all that. Yeah, Echo, don't think too much about the title stuff. We're still people, you know? Don't think too much about the title stuff. Such remarkable feats would be difficult to put aside. They're so humble when talking about their ultimate talents. I wonder if I can measure it up. After running around the climbing center, we visit the spa lounge. Going to the spa with 2 girls. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. The spa lounge was serene and welcoming. A shallow pool was laid above the marble floor, mesmerizing. Opaque ceiling mirrored the pool above it. Several simple relaxation lounges lined the wall for general leisure. Off to the side was a storeroom stocked with the perfumery inventory, not inventory. I keep on saying inventory. That's like my weakness. I can't say the word inventory properly. Like I only ever say inventory, and it's like really annoying. Because like people call me out on it. But yeah, off the side of the storeroom stocked with perfumery inventory of scented oils, bath soaks, and skincare products. Just as the storeroom doorway sat a familiar kiosk. I'd love to spend some time here. Pandora sat in the lounge chair, stretching her arms above her head before relaxing her hands on her lap. She's an Esper. Now that I think about it, the facilities are meant to be self-run by the residing students. Pandora brought up an interesting observation. The kitchen offered a fully automated meals, but they provided the option of having a student utilize the kitchen and tools. Peeking into the storeroom, I saw a separate hallway of individual private rooms labeled for certain services. Facial, massage, and aromatherapy. Hey, you might be right. There's still little specialized rooms with all sorts of specific equipment. Ashley's giving me Akane vibes. I don't know about you. Is that not how inventory... It's inventory, isn't it? Not inventory? I keep on saying inventory. And like people are like, that's not how you pronounce it. Oh, welcome back, Interlads. Welcome back to another stream without Daniel. I don't consider my talent in arts, but there might be a racetrack or golf course outside, along with other outdoor recreational talents like angling or skiing. Perhaps that would be quite an exciting prospect. That would mean all the other facilities and activities have features that are turned off accordingly to certain talents.
Yeah, just from a glance, I figured that the study was just a library, but I suppose there are other resources there as well that are fitted for talents that require research or writing.
To think such an extraordinary place existed to benefit the many pursuits of equally extraordinary people. So do either of you think anything special to train for being an ultimate student?
Ah, je ne sais pas bien sa part. Also, some could say I bear too much. I simply suspect my pixels have ended up in the right hands for me to be considered. I really don't do anything special either. I also read quite a bit, but some of the people and I spend time playfully practicing. Like Pandora, they may have been a scout in the audience. I honestly couldn't say.
Daniel isn't here, but Interlads is. Yeah, that's great. Welcome, Interlads.
I see, putting the hours, so to speak, huh? Perhaps we were lucky enough to have been selected for this opportunity to meet others cut of the same cloth, right? I couldn't agree more. I'm very charmed to be in such delightful company.
Neither of them seemed to do anything particularly intensive to earn their title. I wonder about the others. Whether or not they were trained, or if they were too just lucky enough to be selected. You know what I really want? I really want the Pixel partners to play this game. That'd be awesome. I love them. They're great. They should play this game. It's also a shorter game, too, so it wouldn't be too much of a hassle for them. According to the last destination, we finally came across the Jazz Club. It was a welcoming venue. Warm furniture and lighting gave the room an air of casual elegance. Table settings for audience performers occupy the majority of the space, with a small stage in the center for the performers. The close proximity between the two made the scene that much more intimate. The small green room was behind the stage curtains and connected it to the equipment and instrument storage. The bar opposite the stage had shelves upon shelves of beverages locked behind a sturdy glass case.
A pretty classy atmosphere, huh? I wonder how many ultimate talents have toured this place for performances. Many, I'm sure. It's well kept among the rest of the rooms, so it'd be no surprise if one of them would feel comfortable there.
Then a thought suddenly crossed. Where's Monokuma? Monokuma's gonna show up. Like, where is he?
Do you think I could be some kind of ultimate jazz performer or ultimate bartender? Have you ever handled an instrument before or mixed beverages? No, but who knows? Maybe if I pick something up, I'll suddenly be stricken with an ultimate talent revelation and play like a pro. Cyrus said maybe it's all an innate trait waiting to be discovered. It just occurred to me that perhaps these rooms aren't just for students with existing skills, but they could also be a sandbox for budding talents. I suppose there's no harm in trying. Why not? I'd like to see a moment of talent has been realized.
Relieved that they supported my odd idea, I felt a strange confidence rising. Cheerfully, I went back behind the stage and picked an instrument I thought would suit me. Ashley and Pandora both took a seat in the front row and watched it in anticipation. I felt like a kid going through a toy box with how many options there were. How about this cello? Go for it! Oh, man. Pandora gleefully cheered me on as I gripped the bow and placed my fingers on the strings across the neck. I laid the bow across the strings. I was nervous, but if what Cyrus wanted was true, then my talent was waiting to be discovered. I couldn't wait to realize it. I took a deep breath and drew the bow. Bow? And then, it was the worst thing ever. Squeak!
Huh? The sound I created tore through the air like a giant rubber duck was being unceremoniously stepped on. It was awful. I saw Ashley and Pandora flinch from the sound, but they still put a brave face for my sake. I chuckled nervously and gently placed the instrument back where it originally was. I guess that's not it, huh? I wobbled off the stage and plopped down wearily at the table with Ashley and Pandora. I was beyond embarrassed. Don't despair. You just haven't found it yet. Are there any ultimate musical people? If not, we'll never get to hear that sweet jazz. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Echo. Not just anyone can handle an instrument. I mean, I thought that thing was supposed to be played like a giant guitar. I was surprised you even know how to approach it. I've seen performers before, so I just imitated what I saw. Oh, that makes sense.
Pandora held my hand in firm grasp. 1 second. Okay, it's fine. Pandora, yeah.
Listen, we're going to find out what your ultimate talent is. If we have to play 100 instruments poorly, at least we'll know we are one step closer to reaching our goal.
Pandora reassured me and Ashley gave me a warm smile. Thanks, you two.
Come on, let's get exploring.
One of these girls is gonna die. I don't know who it is. It's either gonna be Ashley or Pandora. I don't know, honestly. I hope it's Pandora because I don't like her voice. but I don't know. Outside the room we rented, unprotruded Cyrus and Lyle in the hallway at front of the entrance. Hello there. Having a fulfilling time exploring? Yeah, totally. I felt a little exasperated from my cello mishap, but tried to play it off the best I could.
Yeah, what's up with you? Don't tell me you're already tired. There's a lot to explore.
Lyle, please. This isn't a race to make ourselves familiar with the different rooms. No, we were already about done over there anyway. It was just my luck that the room appeared to be soundproof. Based on the lack of adverse reactions, it seems neither Cyrus nor Lyle heard the disastrous sounds of a cello being poorly utilized. So someone's gonna die in the music room, and it's gonna be like, because it's soundproof, they can't hear the voice. Then the sound of ringing and a voice rang through the speakers. Oh, god damn it. Here he comes. Here he comes. Monokuma time. Special announcement, please.
But all students assemble the second floor atrium for a special welcome ceremony. Boo!
The five of us collectively made our way to the requested location, chatting about the discoveries along the way. Oh man. You guys excited? You guys ready? The ultimate opera singer is in this, isn't he? Have you played this before, Interlace? But yeah, no, yeah, he is. There are only 10 students here, but it's a lot of fun. Was that Rentaro and Kokichi? Yeah, no, yeah, that's the first thing I saw. When I saw the green hair guy, I was like, this is gonna be fucking Rentaro, isn't it? The ending of the second floor fed directly into a spacious, airy locale. Natural light poured into the high glass ceiling and the lush trees that were framed in the circular lobby reaching towards the sky, while past the ring of decorative plants that occupied the second floor. Small shrubbery lined the base of the trees in circular fashion, following and framing the ellipse shape in the room. A well-maintained living wall. I skipped that. Whoops. A bronze. You know what? I'm gonna save here, just in case. I don't want to lose my my data. We've worked so hard. Drew and Adrium drew the floor together. Light and warmth flooded my body, filling me with serenity.
Whoa!
A familiar, excitable voice cut through the air, disturbing that serenity.
Check this place out! Dang, wouldn't it be awesome if they had a mini golf course set up here? How cute would that be?
Plenty cute. Yeah, whatever. Art and Missy entered the atrium of the floor stairway entrance. I was surprised to see Missy still hanging out with Art, along with the timid Sei, trailing behind them no less. Slowly, our populace gathered in the center of the atrium hall. Cannon and Forte leisurely made their way into the much later than the rest of us, but arrived regardless. I saw all the students I'd previously met, but afterwards no one else came.
Kind of a tiny class, huh?
There were 10 of us all, including myself. Art whispered the same observation I made. It was true that our class was rather small, but were we really going to be doing any learning here? I conceded calling a group a class was only appropriate. A hologram visual appeared in the centerpiece. A familiar voice came out from the overhead speakers. It was the same announcer from earlier in the dining hall. Monokuma time, guys! Are you excited? I haven't played him, but I've seen him before. Fair enough. Monokuma time! I'm so excited.
This is a special announcement indicating the welcome of all present students. Boo! The Preservation Project Group would like to humbly welcome you all to the provided safe house. As you're all welcome, the safe house has been sequestered off from any growing concerns or disaster. You need not worry any longer of these concerns here.
Disaster? I peered across the room to see expressions of affirmation. Everyone seemed to be having relaxing concerns. I knit my brow.
As ultimate students, we provided you with the best amenities and your environments to most efficiently cultivate your skills and talents in utter safety and may utilize the facilities to the fullest extent during the requisite hours. However, do not think of this as simply as a safe house. The location is more than equipped for you to thoroughly indulge yourself with exquisite experiences. You're freely enjoying yourselves freely. Welcome all to the Apothecum. Awesome!
Art audibly pumped his fist in the air. Although no one else displayed such loud preservation of excitement, the other students were vividly taking amongst themselves the prospect of such a blessing regardless. The projection cut out as the announcement concluded. What? No Monokuma. The students began to wander again, likely to try out the climbing center and spa lounge had to offer. Everyone seemed to be breaking their own groups while I stood still. I was excited. The feeling of uncertainty stirred the depths of my mind, suffocating my enthusiasm. Did I really belong here? As far as I knew, I wasn't an ultimate student. No intense talents, no master skills, not even interesting experiences. I started to feel sick with anxiety. Hey, Echo, I'm going to spa with Pandora. Would you like to join us? Oh, he's going to the spa with two girls. Ashley's voice brought me thoughts. No, what? No, dude. Okay, whatever. No thanks. You do go ahead. I'm feeling a bit tired from all this running around. I think I'll take a nap. Ashley looked at me with silent, understanding eyes. All right, then. If you change your mind, you know where to find us. She gave us another quick hug before pairing off with Pandora. Ash, why don't you tell me about your talent? I muttered under my breath before sulking off. Oh, man. I trudged down the stairs back at the first floor foyer. Then I saw Cannon in the same position when I met her. She didn't tell me if she had an ultimate title when we introduced ourselves. Perhaps she doesn't have one either. Are you Akane? I thought about approaching her to ask, but my throat felt dry. I didn't feel like disappointed in the case she did have an ultimate talent. I quickly turned the corner before Cannon could notice me when... Click! I heard the sound of a shutter clicking. Turning at the sound, I saw Cannon developing a picture from an instant camera. Mahiru? Mahiru! Huh? Huh? How do you have a camera? What do you mean, how? What voice did I give her? I don't remember what... Like, was it, like, just goth? What do you mean, how? I thought we were disallowed from our personal possessions. I didn't have anything in my room when I asked Ash. She said she didn't have anything in the room either. I'm a photographer. I need my tools, don't I? So you're the ultimate photographer? Cannon didn't reply. She bowed her head once in a slight nod. Cannon Ota. Oh, because the company can't... That's funny. Then that picture you took. She reluctantly handed my develop... Yeah, his name is Echo, so I'm guessing he's, like, music-related somehow. Or sound-related. That's, wow, he's short. He's like me. The photo captured the moment I began to turn down the hall to avoid speaking to her. I thought she had noticed me. How old are the characters, by the way? Because it's like, they don't look like the usual Danganronpa characters where they're like, 16, but they look a bit older. Like, these look like, like 14-year-olds. I don't know. Or maybe that's just like the style of this game, but like, I don't know, they look kind of young. I don't know what you're thinking. It's a horrible picture of you. I know it because it's not a picture of you, per se. Confused, I stared at the photo longer. I'm not a portrait photographer. I specialize in composition called Rückenfigure, which translates to back figure in German. I don't expect you to understand. I listenedly handed the photo back to her. That's interesting. Cannon silently took the photo and stuck it in her pocket before occupying herself with the camera once more. But I admit I didn't make an attempt to sound enthused. In truth, I wasn't. Cannon did have an ultimate talent after all. If that were the case, what am I doing here? My heart and mind were racing. Am I just an anomaly? Was this all a mistake? Did I accidentally take the spot of an actual ultimate student meant to take? No way. My voice croaked in desperation. The lavish mansion was meant to protect ultimate students, the students and their wide-reaching influential skills, the students who were just serious masters of their craft. The students with a charismatic aura reassured my averageness. The students who created nostalgia-inducing delights. The students who won races and races upon pure skill. A repulsion rose in my stomach. I felt my breath shorten, my chest tighten. Suddenly I felt weak. What's wrong with you? You're shaking. I barely heard Cannon. I leapt for the front door. I need to vacuum myself from the overbearing presence of the people who accomplished near impossible feats at such a young age. I was an insignificant bug who wandered into the lion's den. I can't compete. I don't belong here. I grasped towards the door handle so tightly I saw my knuckles turn white. But soon... Ah! Oh god. I only saw black. Did he die? What if Echo dies here? That'd be amazing. Okay, never mind. I thought he was gonna die. Oh, someone messaged me something. I barely opened my eyes. I was in bed back in my personal room. Or so I thought. Forte was reclining in the love seat at the corner of the room, combing over what looked like sheets of music. I was in Forte's room. You're awake. He set the leaflet down before approaching me with an offering of water. I graciously accepted the cup and gathered my thoughts. My right hand was tingling. After gaining my composure, I managed to croak out. Forte, what happened to me? I'm curious. That's what I would like to know. Oh, what do you mean? Well, after the welcome venue announcement, I suspected the jazz club was quickly uninterested in the venue. Because he's an opera singer, that's why. I don't know. He can't die after touching a door. No, it's like an electric door. I went downstairs to retreat to my personal quarters for the afternoon, but was promptly stopped by the foot of the stairs by Cannon. She said you collapsed at the foot of the foyer front door. Cannon once told me to keep an eye out on you and quickly left. I scoffed. How considerate of her to have something to take care of me. But why you collapsed, she did not say. It came back to me. I wasn't clear enough. Yeah, I remember now. I was trying to Cannon in the foyer, but I felt I needed to escape, and I was electrocuted, and then I grabbed the foyer door handle. Electrocuted? Before I was appalled, I, on the other hand, felt nothing. I took another sip of water and closed my eyes. I felt wildly fatigued. Forty looked at me with a concerned silence for a while. Echo, it might not be my place to say, but you shouldn't feel the need to escape. We are being generously treated with a safe location to relax and away from danger. No, you don't understand. I don't have an ultimate talent like the rest of you. My head drooped in shame, regret, humiliation, despair. I don't have any skills or talents to offer the world. He fell silent again. Be that as it may, you are still a peer who shouldn't feel outcast from the rest of the group. You must be with us for a reason. I gazed at my water cup blankly. Come, the rest of the group is in the dining hall. I believe they're starting dinner. Forte placed a firm hand on my shoulder before offering his hand to help me out of bed. I compiled quietly. The dining hall was fully occupied by a small class.
Hey, there you are!
Art waved at me from the end of the table as I entered the dining hall, causing everyone's head to turn. Ashley and Pedora quickly ran by my side. What happened to you? Are you okay? Folks, please allow Echo to have a seat before bombarding any questions. The rest of the class paused their dinner, so Forte helped me out at the open seat by Ashley. Cannon wasn't at the table either. She was standing next to the entryway. She must have noticed me looking at her and turned away once more. Before I could confront her about what happened to the floor, Missy placed a pork cutlet meal before me. Ashley wouldn't stop fretting in concerns to your well-being, so I took your liberty of getting a meal ready for you whenever you decide to come down. This is just what I needed. How did you know? I didn't. Perhaps I was just lucky. I'll be making an effort to remember his name instead of giving the shitty nickname like Panda Express. Missy shrugged indifferently, but I saw her mouth turn a small grin. She seemed dissatisfied with pleasuring me. What? That's weird. I gave her a small smile back and helped me myself to a small portion to gain my energy. Our little community had dinner today. Conversation lightly touched on everyone's mutual awareness of the preservation project. It was a project in which ultimate students who signed up would be placed under protective custody to preserve their skills to benefit the future. Similar sorts of talent discovery arose. Certain students grew up in an environment where they knew what all they knew was that particular skill, yet they chose to super excel beyond wildest expectations. That's what I don't understand. Like I can't excel in just one thing, you know. I gotta be excellent in multiple things, right? Anyway, I of course had no place in that dialogue. I paid no specific attention to the chatter. My mind going blank. with white noise whenever the topic of alternate students came up.
As we finished our meals, Missy and Cyrus offered quick dishes, and everyone else restfully waited to hear what happened to me. Echo, you have no idea how worried I was. Ashley was holding my hand gently. Ash, if you're feeling upset, would you mind talking about what happened?
I glanced over Ken next to the entryway. Her face was an iron mask. Oh, well, I was feeling tired from running around the mansion exploring, so after the welcome announcement in the second floor atrium, I decided back to my personal room for a nap. Going to the foyer was curious about the front door. I want to go outside, so naturally I grabbed the door handle, but was electrocuted by it. Before they found me collapsed and carried me back to my room.
You were electrocuted by the door handle?
Perhaps we should investigate.
What, and get electrocuted ourselves?
Of course not. I simply want to inspect the door handle for any suspicious mechanisms. Who comes off as a killer to you? Doesn't matter what chapter. I really, honestly, I have like no, I don't know. I don't even know who the rival is. I'm gonna guess the rival is like Missy, but like honestly, it could be Lyle, it could be Forte. I really don't know.
We should check the floor maps again to see if there are any other similarly rigged exits.
What would that accomplish? It would ensure our safety so that nothing like this happens again. But our safety is ultimate student. I'm guessing this guy's gonna be the victim. He's too like cool to not be the like. He seems too useful to be the to be alive. You know. But our safety as ultimate students, the preservation safe house, has already been compromised by the existence of such a trap. The group fell silent. Cyrus was right. It seemed as if we had already fallen into some kind of trap the moment we woke. What? We're just gonna do nothing. Cannon's indifferent voice broke the silence. Cannon's right. Cannon's right. We shouldn't sit idly by as if an echo is in danger. We ought to investigate, if not the encourage measures, but go to the bottom of the trap that caused such harm. The group agreed, and we went to separate ways to search for clues. Before anyone could get very far, an announcement rang in. Oh, here we go. Monokuma time? They could just not be a rival. I don't know. I feel like there's gotta be a rival, right? I know it's a short game, but there's gotta be a rival, right? They're not gonna pull around Taro, right? Yeah, JPEG could just be friends and hold hands. There's gotta, come on. One of these gotta be the mastermind. That's how all these games work. Like, I don't know who it is, but it's gonna be one of the, like, it's not gonna be like a unknown force. It's gonna be mastermind, right? It's now 9 p.m. Nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed at 7 a.m. in the morning. Even the darkest night will end and the sun rises. It seems like we'll have to suspend the investigations until tomorrow. There's no use in wandering around aimlessly in the dark. I suggest you all rest up. I realize the situation is dire, but please do your best to save your energy for tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. We shall meet here tomorrow morning for a breakfast and discussion. You seem like the back guy.
Yeesh, first day, huh?
One by one, everyone filtered out the dining hall. Low, concerned murmurs filling the corridors. Ashley stopped me in the dining hall as the last few left.
Look, Echo, I'm sorry if you felt hurt, but I didn't tell you about my talent.
Huh? How did you? Well, okay, no. Ashley seems like a victim. It's like, come on, she's the best friend type. We're gonna lose that, yeah.
I'm your best friend, aren't I? I can't tell when you're distraught. It was after that special welcome announcement I noticed you were off. It must have been difficult feeling like you don't belong.
I'll admit it's awfully overwhelming. Has that happened before? No, Hajime, yeah, duh. Like, I was gonna say, has there ever been like a protagonist where he doesn't feel like he belongs? And then I remembered Hajime.
I never meant to keep it from you. It's just I feel like being involved with me could only ever cause trouble. Not the horse racing aspect, but the ultimate student status aspect. To get tied up with such intense people could only amount to ultimate levels of trouble.
Ash, you know I'm your friend, though, through and through. I don't think being friends with Ashley Westbridge, a horse girl, is any trouble at all. Ashley giggled.
I love you, Echo. You really are a good friend.
Alright, Ashley, bye. Gonna see you in another life.
Of course. I love you, too.
Danganronpa Shattered Hope's main character doesn't know his talent. Is Shattered Hope's a game? Is Shattered Hope's a game? B, a completed game? I'm actually curious about that. Let me look it up really quickly. Danganronpa Shattered Hope. Oh, spoilers. I typed Shattered Hope because I missed the letter. Is it done? I wonder if it's done. Is it a video series? Chapter 1, Episode 7. Okay, it's a video series. I might do a Let's React to it. I might do a Let's Watch, because, like, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm worried because, like, you know, it's only Chapter 1, and these things take, like, a very long time to update. So I'm worried that, it's gonna be one of those things that just never gets finished, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Shattered Hope Productions. No, Shattered Hope Studios, not Productions. We're Productions. 5, 7, 1, 7, 3 years ago? What the heck? Chapter 1, episode... Oh my gosh, what the heck? April 4, 2021. July 13, 29. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, the problem with like most things is that I don't know about anyone else, but I can't get into it if I know it's like not gonna be completed for like a very long time. Like I don't know, it's like hard for me to get into. That's why like Eden's Garden, I kind of don't want to play that yet because I know it's gonna be like one episode a year. Like I feel like once there's like 2 or 3 more chapters, I'll probably play it with Daniel. But like, you know, that's like my concern is that like there's this worry that it'll just never be finished, right? That like it'll get canceled due to troubled production. It's up to Deadly Life 1. Didn't you play Deltarune? I didn't play Deltarune. It was Daniel. Daniel and Shaw and the other gang. I wasn't part of that one. But like, yeah, I don't know about me. But like your turn to die at the very least. It's like one like chapter away from ending, and like it should be out sometime this year. But like if I got on the bandwagon in like 2018 or 19, I probably couldn't get into it just because like it's so far away from ending. I don't know. Hey, you two, is something wrong? Hey, you two, is something wrong?
Nope, in fact, we're all having a strategy meeting.
Strategy meeting? I forgot his voice. Fuck, what's Last voice?
Art asked me if perhaps being locked up in a mansion situation is a big puzzle. Think about it, escape rooms exist, so maybe this mansion is just one giant escape room. I admit, it's not impossible, but it does sound quite interesting.
Right? So, what do you think?
I'm not sure yet. I have a feeling it's some convoluted ARG scheme.
And even I just remember this. Even Deltarune, eventually, probably like next year, it's gonna come chapters like 4, 5, and 3, 4, and 5. So it's like 3 and 1. Because I feel like they can stand alone, whereas Danganronpa kind of stories they don't really stand alone. Just because there's a lot of foreshadowing from Mastermind that we won't see for 5 years. You know, that's a problem. Because I wanna see it now. You know,
alternate reality games. Type of game where it is interacted through different media experiences, whether it be online or in real life. Tasks range from decrypting audio logs of a website to doing something odd like cleaning up local cemeteries.
I see. Given those examples, isn't it plausible that defuse an electrocuting door could be added to that list of tasks, right?
Well, they're typically employed to a certain public to boost attention for a product. What the product is for our scenario, I'm not certain. And if it's an ARG, then there's a puppet master that's setting these things up, much like an escape room game master.
Escape room and ARG sound pretty similar in terms of involvement in puzzle solving.
I suppose they're not entirely different entities.
It took 3 years for chapter 2 till it took 3 years for chapter 2. Probably be chapter 2025 by the next chapter drop. I heard like Toby Fox say that like he was aiming for like a release every couple of years, every like 3 years. So the first one was 2018, the second one was 2021. So this one might be 2024. If we're going the once every 3 years approach.
Wow, you got it figured out already.
Yeah, well, puzzles are my strong suit.
I said goodbye and left Art and Lyle to conclude their strategy meeting as I returned to my personal room. God, I was still in fucking like sophomore year when Deltarune Chapter 1 came out. Oh my god. No, junior year. I felt the mental and physical exhaustion hit me as I left myself collapsed on the bed. To think I'd be stuck in this luxury mansion with super talented students. My life before this moment had hardly been as eventful as a single day. I lived a rather average life with as little trouble as one could hope for. It was almost utopian in a sense. I never thought it was boring or repetitive. It was like my mundane life caused me to be a little more worrisome than any other person, likely as a will to keep everything the same going forward. However, the strange situation threw me at the state of disarray. I was wholly out of my element. Above all, I couldn't help but feel guilty for making Ashley worry. Whatever I found myself in, I clearly didn't have time. I sighed heavily. I should get some proper rest. The room was mysteriously fixed with a few sets of clothing in the closet of the personal bathroom. I let my body relax under the repetitious rhythm of a warm shower. Crawling under weighty covers, I turned down the lights and let my eyes slowly drift close. Tomorrow, what were we going to discover? The moon. They're secretly on the moon. It's a visual novel that I won't say the name of in case y'all don't know what it is, because I don't want to spoil it. It's a really good visual novel. It's one of my favorites. Oh wow, that was the prologue. What's in the middle? Danganronpa. No Monokuma, no death game announcement, nothing. So like, ring. Wait, what? I'm confused. Was that? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, oh, okay. This is the beginning of the prologue, I guess, or was that? Well, what was the previous stuff? Was that just like an opening? I don't know. In my personal room, I sat up from the bed and took in the surroundings. So the events of yesterday weren't part of some strange dream. The personal room that I initially thought was luxurious and comfortable now felt oppressive. It wasn't mine. It couldn't be, since the mansion we found ourselves in was for ultimate students. Will I ever make one of the One Man, 1,000 Voices video, plot twist, there's no Monokuma, and they just live happily? That would be a waste of time. I'd feel really annoyed if that was the case. 1 Man, 500 Voices. We've always wanted to do that video where it's like we show all the voices we've ever done for every single character. Me, Sean, Daniel. Probably gonna do it like after the current Ace Attorney ends, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to see everyone. I grumbled and drew my covers over my head, uselessly trying to will away the shame of yesterday. Knock, knock. I heard Ashley's muffled voice through the door. Good morning, Echo. Just coming to check on you. Oh, just give me a minute. I'll be right out. This is really interesting so far, just because, like, it's not, like they're very similar cues. Like, there's the Danganronpa song, there's, like, visual references to Zero Escape, but, like, I have no idea where the plot's going. Like, I know there's gonna be kill or be killed. I know there's gonna be deaths. I know that they're, like, that's guaranteed because of some, spoiler titles I saw when doing a little bit of research, but I don't know who's gonna die, and I don't know the context, and I don't know anything, so I'm really excited. After getting properly dressed, I met Ashley outside my door in the living quarters hallway. Good morning, Ash. We quietly walked down the hall to the foyer. You sleep alright last night? Yeah, I slept alright considering. I've been not feeling too down about this whole situation. I'm still coming to terms with it, but I'm feeling a little better after getting rest, and besides, everyone has been really nice. That's good to hear. You've always been good at bouncing back. Danganronpa fan game with the creator's line. It's just a dating sim. Oh my god. That would be, oh my god. It's just like all free time events, and it's like, okay, when's the first death? And there's just never first death. It's just endless free time events. That'd be amazing. Like, Daniel doesn't like the free time events, which I was, you know, it's kind of to be expected because obviously voice acting takes a lot, you know, of time and energy and, you know, and you just kind of want to get the plot going at certain points, especially in Trigger Happy Havoc where it feels like not a lot's going on. But yeah, no, I mean, that'd be a fun troll for Daniel if it's just all free time events. Sorry, I'm not a morning person. Neither am I. I'm really curious about the door. The door seems scary. Good morning, Lyle. Good morning. Let's investigate to our best abilities, yeah? You seem better, Echo. Nothing a good night's rest can't take care of. True that? Yeah, morning. It's weird. I'll be having dinner right about now, but I'm waking up instead. Huh? What do you mean? One of the watches is set to my hometown time. It says 7:43 Sunday, 6th of December. Okay, never mind. Okay, December, very similar to Zero Escape. I know the Zero Escape games always take place around Christmas time, I believe. So that's interesting. 7:43, that's a 12-hour difference from now. Oh, the date checks out. I was wondering what the winter solstice will be coming up in 2 weeks or so. Assuming we're westward from Say's date, today would be Saturday. I guess since we're all from different places, the time for certain people would be a little different. Even so, our alarms are set at the same current time, so we'd eventually end up in the uniform cycle, right? Yeah, like recovering from jet lag. Bit unfortunate for those with larger time differences, though. Winter, it's too cold, but the new year is fun. Yes, they're from different places. Like, we know that Pandora is from France. We know that Canon knows German stuff. So, like, yeah, that's interesting. I'm wondering if, like, the big plot twist is like, oh, surprise, we're actually in 1945 or something like that. It's World War II. I don't know. Or, like, because, like, I think we're on a boat, honestly. Like, I think we're on the Gigantic. Like, I saw the Danganronpa painting earlier from Zero Escape, and it's like, are we on the Gigantic? In the dining room, the familiar warm aroma of fresh bread wafted through the room. My senses swaying in comfort. Pandora placed the basket filled to the brim with freshly baked delicacies at the center of the table. Good morning, you two. Oh wait, no, were there cameras all the way back then? No, because one of them is a photographer. Anyway, you've been working hard, huh? Oh, of course. I didn't only start if I want to indulge you with some treats to begin the morning. A lot of free time events in Trigger Happy Havoc are pretty bad. Yeah, I agree. I like the Yasuhiro ones. They're funny. Every game should have an option of being an antisocial goon, yeah. Like, there's the option to just lay in the bed, right? And just skip the free time events. At least you give the option of being an antisocial goon. That's true. I felt the sweet savory fragrances seeping into my body, the warmth of a sun-kissed, dewdrop-covered morning. The smell alone is sublime. Such a lovely setting. Yeah, it would almost be a shame to eat it. Almost. We wouldn't be doing Pandora justice if we didn't enjoy it. You too kind, help yourself. That's alright, we'll wait for the others. I sat in the dining hall while Ashley waited patiently for the rest of the class to arrive. The rest of the class filtered in as we began to help ourselves to Pandora's treats, as well as beverages provided by the automated menu. After we settled in, Missy stood at the head of the dining table to begin the discussion. Good morning, all. I trust you've all had a good night. Our topic this morning will consist primarily of the problematic nature of the foyer's front doors. We will also be investigating the rest of the mansion for other exits that might have a similar mechanism keeping us from going outside. You may split into groups or investigate as individuals, but if you find anything, please utilize the digital kiosk found in the room to relay the message. Relay a message? The digital kiosk do that? Yes. I discovered with Cyrus before we retired to their rooms last night. As it turns out, the digital screens are not just for displaying maps or a specific function it provides in its resident home. It functions as a remote messenger system between all digital kiosks in the mansion. For example, it can be used to communicate between the first floor and the second floor, and we can assume further that the floors have gained access to them.
It's a rather rudimentary function, though. One would scan their bracelet on all screens across the mansion, unlock the feature, and type using the on-screen keyboard. You cannot send specific recipients, however. Once you complete and send the message, it will show up to the screen for about 2 minutes before deleting itself. For the most part, the messaging system is used to translate the voice announcements to text for those who are hard of hearing. The mansion truly is encompassing of his endeavors to accommodate all. And that's precisely why we must investigate the reason the mansion itself would cause its residents harm. The group unanimously agreed. The meeting concluded as we finished breakfast. Everyone decided to split up and search one room themselves. Oh god. While I was still deciding where to go, Lyle approached me. Hey, Echo, would you mind coming with me to investigate the 4 doors for a moment? Huh? Why me? Because you were one of the people who experienced shock firsthand. I was wondering if we could go back and retrace your steps to find clues along the way. I guess we could, but in all honesty, there's not a lot to retrace, I don't think. Nonsense. There's no harm in the second look with a fresh pair of eyes, huh? You might see something different this time around.
Well, bread in French is pain. It's true. If you're trying to sell us something, maybe.
She wants us to feel pain. In the foyer, Missy was already doing her own investigating, intensely staring at the walls.
So, what exactly were you doing yesterday? I thought about carefully what I was going to say. I didn't want to tell anyone that I'd been worrying about not having my talent, which led to reaching for my door handle in the first place. Yeah, you don't want to tell anyone that you're insecure. I thought I'd be outcast from the others if I wanted to run away. After the welcome announcement, I was feeling a little tired from running around earlier that day, so I went back downstairs to my personal room. Yeah, and like I said at dinner last night, in passing I was curious about the door and wanted to go outside. Is that so absurd a reason to want to reach for the door? Well, no reason to get defensive. I was just wondering if you saw anything suspicious along the way. Suspicious. Cannon immediately came to mind. Forte said she just collapsed for him to take care of. Why did she flee after I collapsed? Huh, I can't really think of anything at the moment. I guess I'll have to dig a little deeper at the scene of the crime. Thanks, Echo. I'll investigate on my own from here. I don't know if I helped that much, but you're welcome. Lau went over the door, inspected the surroundings, carefully tracing the paneling for any hidden mechanisms. In the meanwhile, I was curious. I wondered if Forte could help me figure out what she went on Cannon's disappearing act. Forte was unsurprisingly in the theater, inspecting the backstage area.
Hello, Echo. Doing well, I suppose.
I was a little worried about the electrocuting door, but fine nonetheless.
Excellent. I wish for you to keep your spirits high despite the scare. Should you need any assistance, shall I offer my services?
Yeah, about that. I wanted to ask you about yesterday.
I thought you might want to know more. However, the truth is so. What I told yesterday was all the information I have.
I see. I admit, I didn't expect much more than what he told me. The story seems straightforward enough, especially considering the emergency. Maybe you could tell me if you noticed anything odd? Forte paused.
I suppose there's a trifling fact that Cannon fled up the second floor right away. It's strange, had I been so startled by such an event, I might have retreated back to my quarters on the first floor instead.
Upstairs, huh?
Other than Cannon fleeing the scene, I can't particularly think of anything to note. I suppose the whole ordeal is quite frightening. I'm sorry, Echo, I know it's a dire situation, but honestly I'm not particularly equipped of this sort of thing. The mental hoops and note-taking required for the investigation are much too overwhelming.
That's okay. I appreciate the thought, and actually, that little tidbit helps.
Does it now? Bravo for figuring something out!
Midway to the floor, I passed an intensely focused Lila and Missy, and upstairs on the second floor. Then up the floor, I saw a digital kiosk light up, displaying a message on the screen.
Hi! Boo-hoo! Climbing center!
No, it's Ace. Sorry, not Ace. Art. Well, it was certainly working. I paid no further attention to the message and continued on. Where could she be? I threw down the hall of the jazz club, climbing center, and spa. However, my search came up short. Are these boats? Are those boat paintings? Interesting. Upon entering the atrium, I saw her sitting by lonesome in the center. Cannon. Before I could confront her again, a ringing sound played and an announcement followed. Oh god. Okay, never mind. I thought I was getting...
A body has been discovered!
It's now
the second day. Please make your way to the second floor atrium for a special announcement, boo!
What now? The few students were already on the second floor and they made their way over quickly. Ashley, Art, and Cyrus.
Hey, did you see my message?
Yes. Hello right back at you.
Cool, it works!
At least we discovered something from Art's lurking around. The rest of the students found downstairs were shortly afterwards. Lyle, Missy, Forte, and Pandora. What could this be?
Maybe some third floor opened up.
That would be quite useful. I haven't found much in my hand. Whatever it is, can't they just use the message system instead of making us walk all the way up there?
Well, the students gathered in the atrium once again. The bronze globe projected an emblem. But the emblem was different, and the voice of the announcement that followed was different.
Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us today, and hope you've been enjoying your special vacation away from it all.
The voice is slightly more high energy, like some sort of radio host or sports announcer.
This is a special announcement for the students today. You've been cordially invited to play a heart-pounding, soul-searching, excitement-inducing game.
A game?
That's right. a game, but not just any game. This is the beyond universal, clamorously popular game that many students like yourself get the privilege to play. Why, yes, it's a mutual killing game. Boo!
Mutual killing game?
The mutual killing game, a game of hope and despair, a game of allies and betrayal, a game of cause and consequence. It's also thrilling. It's near you gather here today by your own volition to participate in the festivities. To sign up for the Preservation Project is to sign yourself up to the exclusive game of life and death itself.
Upon hearing the details, I saw the other student's face go pale with shock. We all thought to be gathered in a place of safety. The idea was a farce. What the hell is happening? My cry was futile. The announcement was completely automated, and the horrible things it was saying didn't stop.
This final game will take place over 7 days, and the very halls you explored just a day ago. You cannot leave earlier than following this with one very simple rule: kill a fellow student without getting caught. Trying to leave without means will result in consequences, as some of you may have learned the first hand from a little jolt of discovery. Although I can't exactly say why you'd want to leave this place anyway. Inside you have all sorts of lovely, accommodating amenities. Live a luxurious life within these wonderful walls. That is, if you can survive.
Is it Monokuma? I'm just assuming it is. I don't know.
If you kill without getting caught, the ultimate prize, an amazing prize befitting an unlimited student awaits the victor. I know. It's enough information to take care at once. Allow you to absorb this information in the remainder of the day, so relax in the spa lounge. Go climbing. But tomorrow, the real fun will begin. Wahoo!
The announcement ended on one final disgusting note before cutting out. The class was in absolute shock. No way. It can't be. Monokuma.
Wait, what's this?
A sick, twisted joke. It is what it is. Everyone was murmuring amongst themselves. Isn't there someone who would make that dreadful announcement? Seriously, is there? Benner's voice voiced a question at the back of everyone's mind.
A good one. It is merely an awful dress.
There's no way any of us commit an act against friends. Who said we're friends? What? Who knows? Maybe one of you is a puppet master running this shtick. This is turning out to be more interesting than that defusing an electric door puzzle. This ARG is fun. Well, what on earth are you talking about? You think this is a game? What else can we talk about? I'm the ultimate puzzle master. Being a participant here isn't simply does a skill. I'll figure this puzzle out yet. Don't worry. Oh god. The rest of us were paralyzed in atrium. The immense gravity of the situation was oppressive. No one said a word. Eyes were anxiously darting around the room to see who took the announcement seriously and who didn't. I think just this morning we were having communal breakfast. The atmosphere was unbearably heavy. I said that unbearably heavy. I was dumbfounded. It was a killing game, specifically targeting ultimate students. It was selfish to think of this moment when our lives are potentially in danger, but I really didn't belong here. What's in the middle? Danganronpa. Oh man. Alright, that was the prologue. Mithridate, that's the creator of the game, right? I think that's the creator of the game. Oh, here we go. That was the end of the prologue. Very nice so far. Really promising. I know this is a shorter game. I don't know how much we're done so far, but I think we're like... Oh. Like a sixth of the way done? A seventh? I know it's a short game. Zero. What? Why did it say 0? Hold up, why did it say 0? Ashley Westbridge. Canonota. Forte solo. Zero? That's so... what? Oh, my cursor, you can see my cursor now. That's so interesting. You may now view the student roster from the main menu. Save the game here. Let's look at the roster. Oh wow! Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Arturo Campaigner. Ace Attorney Academy. Ace Attorney Academy. Bordavria. Swimming, Lord Tricks, Frogs, sci-fi movies. December the 2nd. Very nice. He's short. He's like 5'3", I think. That's nice. She's 5'5", I think. Cheese playing darts. She doesn't like cheese. What? It's a subversion as a French person. It's very nice. Homeschooled Daisy. What's that? Favorite flower? Oh, I thought this was like the country they were from. I thought he was from Borvardia. No, it's the flower. She's 5'5" as well. Umbrella Cats, Being Rushed, Lemonade, Soul Heart, Industries Academy, Purple Hykenith. Black Mist Girls Institute. Marigold. She likes jazz music. You like jazz? Interesting. I wonder if what's his face? Echo is a jazz performer, then like she'd like him, you know? Herbal Tea, Wild Mudberries, Calm Mind Institute. Hey, that's the school. Ultimate, huh? Wow, he's short. Oh my god, he's like 5'2". Jesus, 5'2". I don't know. I think that's 5'2". Might be 5'1" even. God, he's even shorter than Makoto. Can you believe it? Shorter than Makoto. February 2, Crocuses skiing. Relic song. Yes, those. Cyrus. Fresh laundry journals. Oh man. He's doing the pose that someone, I don't remember who it is. How come Art's face appears here when I click? What? What? I don't understand. What is this? What is this? I don't know. Is that? Wait. Wait. Hold up. Yeah, he's in the Byakuya pose. Wait. Wait. This is the. Huh? This is the 999 thing, and this is the Zero Time Dilemma thing. I know he's the puzzle master, but oh my god. I am very confused. Zero, huh? Is that the mask thing from, I don't know. Sending candles, signal prep high school. Okay. This guy's just the Zero Escape reference. That's what we're doing. I like Lyle. He's a good reference. What's the last name? Termina. Okay. Missy Vesper. It has the word Esper. That's what's throwing me off. Is that like we have Pandora Esper, and then we have Missy Vesper, and they have the word Esper, and that just like it's giving me 999, or not 999, but you know, Zero Escape. Throwback. Lyle Termina. Cyrus Forte Solo. He's like Han Solo. I don't know. Seikono. I don't know what this is a reference to. Seikono. Oh no. For goodness sake. Oh no. I don't know. Trains and needles. Magic trick. Honeybees. She has a horse. She has their fucking horse here. Are these like her friends? Maybe. I don't understand what this thing on the side is. What are these, like, friends? I don't know. She is tall. What the heck? How tall is that? 5'7"? No, 5. Oh my god, she's almost 6 foot. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Lyle's birthday is 3 days after mine, and he's doing the Byakuya pose. Lyle is so like, what's going on here? Why are there so many Zero Escape references? What the heck is this? There's like, this is a Q or whatever, not Q. I forgot his name. Sean. It's like, what the heck's going on here? Overthinking in plastic, taking walks, fountain pens, tourists. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, let's take a little pause here. I'm gonna go on a little break. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna take some stretches. I'll be right back. This game's really interesting so far. I think we're probably gonna play until the first victim, but like if it's not that long, which I don't know, I guess we can like gauge, and then we'll do the first. I don't even know if there's gonna be trials, honestly. I don't know how this game's gonna work. I wonder if there're gonna be like trials and stuff. But yeah, I'll take a little break here. Be right back.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're probably gonna play till the first victim. Because why not?
Because I'm tired. But also because it's a good game. Undeterred by the horrifying announcement, Light left the atrium in an almost giddy manner. A smirk painted her face and stark conscious of the other snorting expressions.
So we're stuck in this weird luxury mansion for 7 days, huh? That's 7 days anyway. It shouldn't be too hard to not kill anyone during that time, right? We made it this far.
Art chuckled nervously, but the fact that such an inexplicable requirement like that existed in the first place was difficult to come to terms with. One very simple rule: kill a fellow student without getting caught. How kind of awful rule was that? Please don't joke about that matter. Don't lose your head so hastily. I noticed the announcement almost didn't outright state that we necessarily need to kill anyone to begin with. Perhaps Lyle's onto something regarding the ARG angle. Besides, the risk isn't nearly pressing enough to encourage such drastic action. Despite the loophole Missy mentioned, the pressure of a killing game being presented loomed over us, crushing whatever sense of comfort we initially had. There's no use for us to be glaring at each other in silence. We have to continue the mansion investigation. Missy shook off that terrible feeling and went over her way to search once more. Investigate? How could she ask for such a thing after something so scary has happened? Being able to stay composed at a time like this, Missy isn't easily shaken, huh?
There's nothing to say about Lyle, who is excited.
With nothing left to do, we departed the atrium, but the voice continued to haunt me as I left the room behind.
Wow!
The awful cackle rang in my ears, filling me with dread. Upon leaving the atrium, the others dissolved into very disoriented thoughts. With a foyer door barring any chance of exit, all we could do is wait. All we could do is wait for tomorrow, wherein tomorrow the real fun will begin. This so-called game with odd emphasis of ultimate students. What a horrible thing could possibly be in store for us. I feel like I was being suffocated by the decorated walls and furniture, the decorated students and their achievements. What had I gotten myself into? I followed close to Ashley as we drifted away from the atrium, dragging my feet through the hall. Echo, are you okay? I don't know. Some announcement, huh? Yeah, I'm still reeling from being surrounded by students with super talents. Right. But honestly, I just feel really worried about you. Me? Yeah, the whole killing game seems to center around the ultimate title stuff, so I hope you're not dragged into it. Echo, you don't need to worry about me. I'm a lot tougher than you think. I've fallen off my horse more times than I can count, but I just get back up in the kick of the saddle. I can't help it. It might be some fluke or something, or some kind of cruel joke, but what if it's not? Sorry, I know there's no use making myself sick with worry. Don't fret about it. It makes sense. This is a strange situation to make anyone nervous, but look, I'm not going anywhere. If anything happens to me, I'm not going down without a fight. And you're my best friend. I don't think being friends with a little warrior is any trouble at all. Ashley tried to reassure me multiple times that she wasn't going to get wrapped up in this absurd killing game, but despite her stubbornness, my heart sank further and further into darkness. Knowing such a game was thrust upon us in the first place was too awful to bear. I didn't want Ashley to reassure me that she wasn't going to die. I wanted to hear that killing game wasn't real after all. Ash, would you mind if I had some time alone? I'm still feeling a little overwhelmed. Of course, I understand. In that case, I'll take some time to explore the mansion a little bit more. I'll always be around if you need anything. Take care, Echo. She's gonna die, isn't she? Ashley departed for the study and went back to my personal room. She's gonna fucking die. Oh my god. Ashley's gonna die. There's no way. There's no way she's living. Okay, we're gonna sleep, and we wake up next morning, she's dead. It was all too much. I threw myself in the bed and let my body slowly sink into the comforter as I sank into my thoughts, went over the events of this supposed vacation in my head. I woke up in an unknown room, and nothing in my possession. In my panic, threw the door open to find my best friend Ashley Whispers, the ultimate jockey. That's right. The ultimate jockey. Supposedly won 84% of our races, whatever that meant. Regardless, she neglected to tell me it's such an important thing during our friendship. Ashley and I teamed up to explore what we discovered in the mansion. After meeting a handful of students, we discovered 9 out of 10 of them had something called an ultimate talent. There's someone who doesn't have one. It's me. That's right. SMH, stop saying Axolotl is gonna die. Axolotl is gonna die. Within our group, I discovered I was the only one without some sort of ultimate talent. I want to speculate that perhaps I had no memory of such a thing, but in all honesty, I wasn't even able to list any interesting memories pertaining to the ultimate talent. I was in a state of disarray. After being overwhelmed by immense talent, everyone encompassed, I felt the urge to escape. I ran to my floor main door and was shown the way out, electrocuted. That's right. Upon grabbing the door handle, a shock went through me, causing me to pass out. I lost consciousness and woke up sometime later in Foyer's room. After the shock, the rest of the students became concerned. Our group split up the next morning and searched the mansion for any signs of a trap. In the middle of the search, we summoned to the second floor atrium. There, we found some horrific news. The horrible news was barbecue were not real. I'm not gonna comment on this one, but you know, we're here to That's right. A strange announcement informed us that we were trapped here for 7 days, that the means of escape was to kill someone. Not to mention the real fun would begin tomorrow. It was also strange, almost unreal. No, I just wish it were unreal. I want to go back home. I want to go back to the comfort of complacency about knowing my place. It's not real, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. I'm fine. Before I knew it, I'd fallen asleep, lost in my thoughts. Here we go, chapter 1. So much French stuff, oh my god. Why did they put a multiple choice question randomly? I don't know. They just felt like it, you know? Kind of cute. The clock beside my bed read 12 o'clock. Oh, I must have dozed off a little. Why can't this weird situation just be a dream already? I stared blankly around my personal room. I guess they could take a walk to get my mind off things. Free time events? No, not yet. Maybe I don't think they're gonna be free time events in this game, but I really don't know. Like, I know this game is kind of short, so I made my way to the foyer inside again. The grandiose foyer was empty, making me feel smaller against the elaborate decor. I dawdled around for a spell, thinking of what to do when I heard a small conversation in the dining hall. Have a look at this. It was Pandora Say. I paused at the doorway. It seemed like they were in the middle of something. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. The engraving is quite immaculate. My sister gave it to me ages ago. I wondered if you like it. Huh? Why me? Were you wanting something in return? Nothing of the sort. I was just thinking as a watchmaker, you have such a eye for detail. I believe you could give this piece the care it needs. What's your name? How did the door almost kill you? Are you real?
I don't know. It's a gift from your sister. I wouldn't want you to keep it. I'm afraid I can't put it to good use. I chose it, but if someone else can appreciate it more than I, who am I to keep it away from her? Oh, well, I'll try to take care of it. Thank you.
Even after pressing situation made itself known, it seemed like Pandora still wanted to get along with everyone, even the most timid person. Some way or another, I left alone. Okay. I sat back at the center of the fort. I wonder how everyone else is doing. Hello, let's talk to Missy. I had a talk with a teacher called Missy today. That was cool. I can't sit well knowing there are questions to be answered. Would you like to join me in the investigation? I helped Missy search every nook and cranny of the foyer to no avail. Wow, that was fast. Sigh. That was kind of a heavy sigh. Are you okay? I'm not immune to the pressure of a situation we have found ourselves in, and I must confess to something, if you would allow me to think aloud for a moment. I intended to join the preservation project as part of their operation group. Once I heard about it, I thought my skills would prove useful. Really? What are you thinking about it now? I'm convinced the group must have been infiltrated. The group is known for bringing in many talents from around the world. For starters, I know the Preservation Project Safe House was a large building with many wings for each group of ultimate students. The groups are divided by the window of the time the students signed up. In our case, we all signed up with a relatively close time frame, creating a group of 10. The individual group are often offered a class project to work on together, utilizing all their unique skills in the pool. Whoa, so you're like a speedrunner. The investigation was so fast. Yeah, we just skipped through it. These projects apparently have varying results, given the fact that each group may or may not be composed of incompatible talents. Regardless, the end product is usually unique. Wow, that's quite interesting. Certainly, it will be quite amusing and challenging experience to participate in. But alas, other ultimate students, huh? I let Missy continue investigating in peace. That was fast. Study. Ashley Westbridge. I wonder how Ash is doing. Probably dead. She's gonna die soon, isn't she? If Ashley's not the first victim, I will be shocked.
Hey Echo, I was reading a painter card called Marcelo Osterzone. Apparently people think very highly of their work. Would you like to see?
I learned about a Renaissance painter thanks to Ashley. Okay, cool.
So how are you feeling? I'm feeling a bit better. I took a walk to clear my head a little. Glad to hear it. The last thing I would want for you is to get all worked up.
Ash, I'm curious. How did you hear about the preservation project?
I heard about it by word of mouth. I have some Ultimate Talent colleagues that are talking about the preservation project, so I signed up for talking along with my friend, the Ultimate Race Car Driver.
Wow, jockey and race car driver? That's pretty high stakes tag team.
Well, you know how it goes. Birds of a feather flock together. But I can't help but wonder whether or not he made it in.
I'm sure he did. He's probably just in a different group.
Maybe. It's just last I spoke with him, we got into a huge fight.
Dude, you can't just assume because she's a protagonist friend that she's gonna die, Lamau. Really, anyone in his game? No, she's gonna die. If she doesn't die, I'm gonna sell my cat. I don't know. Ashley didn't seem to want to talk anymore.
So have I brought up something painful? No, it's okay. Fights happen when people are close. It's just a fact of life, I suppose.
We had our fair share of spats, but usually work through them. Remember when I dropped your mug?
I still have that mug. You worked pretty hard to mend it together in that kintsugi fashion. Although it's a little too awkward to drink out of it. I know it's your favorite, so I did my best. Thanks, Echo. I appreciate what you're doing. Don't worry about my silly fight. I'll get over it.
I say goodbye and let her have some time alone. So these are basically just sped up free time events, huh? Yeah, free time. Like, where you don't need to, like, buy anything or present anything. You just get free events. Or free times. 4 days probably in the theater. Lyle is probably going to be the rival character, isn't he? Because he's kind of like, I like puzzle games. They're awesome.
Welcome to the stage, Echo. I was mattering the selection of props backstage. Would you like some?
I awkwardly tried some hats and masks with Forte.
This killing game, it really can't be reality, can it? Excuse me, just thinking out loud.
That's okay, I was running the same thing.
I mean, the preservation project, what am I saying? This can't be related. Surely the group must have been infiltrated and is pulling some horrible prank. Therefore, though I can't say enjoy the perpetrator's flavor of humor.
What is the Preservation Project anyway?
It's a group that provides safe housing for ultimate students, protecting them from extreme disasters. I had the reputation of taking in small groups at the time, since the news of it is passed on solely by word of mouth. Once again, enough students signed up, none of them were let in. In our case, it seems the message has got to be about 10 of us.
What about?
Yes, a lot of ultimate students often flock together in small communities within their areas, since they are often outcast by average people.
First he thinks the Byakuya girl is going to be the rival, now he thinks Kokichi is going to be the rival. Yeah, they're very coded. What if they're all like the children of like the previous Danganronpa characters? So like this, I don't know who Forte would be, but like, you know, the girl is Byakuya's daughter, you know, the Lyle is Kokichi's son. I don't know. That'd be interesting. What is this? This is interesting.
Average people, I personally heard they acquire the ultimate radio host, their message to my community. I recall with clarity his voice was boisterous and engaging, not unlike a strange announcer. Despite that, it was a modest arrangement overall. They seemed to be constrained effort to not spread the far and wide, which is strange considering the varying range of students and talents around the world. When do you think the group would extend this offer to more ultimates?
I guess it does seem a little deliberate.
I'll listen to me drawing away, don't mind my pedantic thoughts, just trying to make sense of it is all.
Forte quieted down as he continued to inspect the costumes backstage. The girl is just Byakuya, shifted to another universe again. Maybe.
She doesn't get the Byakuya voice though. None in this cast deserves it, because we need Daniel and Shaw for that. But yeah, I thank Forte for spending time with me and I left this theater. That's everyone, isn't it?
Oh! Interesting. I missed that. Okay, so we're just spending time with everyone, I guess. I like for Cyrus.
Hello, Echo. Have you come to relax in the spa? Feel free to join me. Ooh, me and Cyrus, we're bonding. Still for a relaxing moment. Cyrus, what do you know about the Preservation Project? Oh, just about as much as any other student signed up. It's a group of projects, ultimate students from extreme natural disaster, to preserve humanity's future. It's presumed that it's their goal, as the name implies. Huh, that's as much as I know, too. It'd be unfortunate to lose people who would benefit the world, right? That makes sense. What do you think of all this? I sighed. The scenario we found ourselves in, it's like the very opposite of saving ultimate students. It's terrible building excitement and hopes of safety only to crush those feelings in a messed up game. I couldn't wrap my head around the idea. It's more than a reasonable observation. It's cruel, isn't it? But most of all, I'm still confused as to why and how I found myself here. In that case, what do you think about the others? Huh, what about them? Well, our associates all found their way here for some reason or another, isn't that right? No one would want to join a killing game voluntarily, that much is obvious, but say that the former were true, that they joined to become part of humanity's future. Pandora seems to be keen on the idea that our talents can induce worldly benefit and change. Do you think such a thing could happen? I suppose so. Why not? Cyrus chuckled faintly. Why not? How optimistic. Oh yeah, I guess I might have a lot of hope from the scenario we're in. No, it's good. It's good if you maintain that spirit that anything's possible. Cyrus flashed a pleasant smile again before reaching back in the spa chair in silence. After a beat, I saw myself out as Cyrus continued to enjoy his time in the spa. Let's go to the climbing center. There we go. I wonder if art is okay.
Echo, wanna see how high I can climb? Save you first, though.
I watched Art struggle with the ropes and harnesses before giving up on the idea of climbing altogether. Loser.
So weird.
What's on your mind?
The game thing, the announcement said it was a game, but it's not a very fun premise, you know what I'm saying? A huge mansion or whatever, just the 10 of us to play a killing game. It seems, I don't know, expensive.
What do you mean?
This place is huge. I thought maybe more people would be involved by the looks of it. Not that I want people to play a killing game.
You say a lot of people, but are ultimate students really so common?
Yes and no. I'm familiar with Ashley's name only because I play attention to the sport, but I know zilch about photography. I think you just have to be in the right circles. And to put in perspective, there are billions of people on the planet. It only seems like a lot of ultimate students in this moment since we're gathered up.
I love how Climbing Center looks like a bunch of rock candy. Yeah, it's the Magatamas. That's true.
At least you don't have to worry that much about this ultimate talent stuff. It's tiring sometimes.
Art fell unusually silent for a spell.
Anyway, it doesn't look like I can figure out the climbing business. Catch you later!
Art gave me a quick nod as he zipped out of the Climbing Center. Let's see if Ken's in any mood to talk. So we just have to spend time with all of them. That's interesting. Okay. I am very... Oh. Guess we didn't find her. I looked up into the halls, but I couldn't find Cannon anywhere. Guess she's in her personal room. You're just gonna barge in, dude? I made my way over to her listed personal room in the living quarters, and I knocked lightly. Cannon. There's no response on the other end. Either she was out being difficult to find, or she didn't want me to be bothered. Whatever the case, I moved on. Yeah, what do you think was gonna happen, dude? I wonder what Lyle's up to.
Lila's best boy so far. I like him. He's cool. He's a little evil though, but not evil, but like the fact that like I don't know, he just has all that zero escape stuff makes me a little sus of him. Also, he's doing the Byakuya pose. I wandered the first and second hallway in search of Lila, but failed to find him. I guess he's off solving the killing game puzzle. Better let him get to it. Okay, that's everyone. That is everyone. I think that's everyone. I learned a little bit more about the preservation project and how others would find their place. I like Panda Express, best girl. I don't like her, she's French. Despite that, I was left pondering my purpose here. After spending some time with fellow classmates, I habitually wandered back to my personal room. Upon entering, I realized I didn't have any personal effects to which to pass the time, so I stepped right back out in the hall to see if anyone wanted to socialize. If she doesn't die soon, if she does, I'll eat an old weenie. Incidentally, I came across Say and Cannon on their way to the floor in the halls. Hey, Say, Cannon, I was about to go to the dining hall. Want to come? We just left the dining hall. Oh, I see. We stood in silence for half a minute. Well, I should go. Say shoveled off, leaving me and Cannon to fill the room with empty air. She went right back out to the floor to who knows where. Huh? Say's personal room is right there. Maybe she wants to spend time in one of the activity rooms? Maybe. The conversations came to a stalemate. I'm just being cautious. Cannon turned out to withheld to her personal room. I let out a deep breath I didn't know I was holding in. Cannon tires me out. Oh man. I made my way to the dining hall, running into Ashley along the way. We greet each other in a rather unusual manner before sitting down with the other students who had already settled for a meal. Ah, Echo and Ashley, feel free to join us. We were just starting. How have you been faring this morning? I've been feeling better, thank you. Pleased to hear it. Mizzy sat at the head of the table. Art and Cyrus sat across each other, with Ashley sitting next to Cyrus. I shuffled in, sitting next to Art and across from Ashley.
Man, what kind of class only has 5 students?
One that's been illusioned with a strange game, apparently. Yeah, it's a little disheartening to only see half our group gathered here. Well, isn't it strictly required that we all have dinner together? Man, Daniel would love this. You do absolutely nothing. Maybe. I saw Say and Cannon in passing. They must have had their share already, and we were on their way out. Say's a pretty shy girl, so I can understand perhaps she didn't want to be around a large group of people. No free time, no investigations, just nice dialogue. And Cannon, she's awfully mysterious. Well, there's no use wondering about them. They can do whatever they please, so we shouldn't question their actions, even if they're suspicious. And for that matter, doesn't the killing game frighten any of you? I voiced the questions that have been ruling my thoughts. I mean, there's really no one capable of that sort of thing, is there? The question was met with silence. Echo, I understand you might be afraid now, but it won't do you any good to worry. You're only going to run yourself ragged, thinking about the frightful possibilities.
Yeah, Missy's right. It's just some dumb announcement out of nowhere, so what's the threat?
Precisely. We shouldn't make ourselves sick with anxiety with something that hasn't invoked any consequence. Plus, if this is a killing game, why would they give us such nice amenities? Why not just throw us into a creepy locked building? Wouldn't that pressure us further into killing each other? To escape an unknown scary building? I wonder. Regardless, we shouldn't dwell on the specifics or something so mysterious and harmless. Let us enjoy each other's company and the fixing of this mansion to its fullest. Thank you for the encouraging words, Missy.
Missy won't get shook up. She's the definition of keeping it cool.
With the atmosphere lighting up, we continued dinner with a lively chatter. I was thankful to have such a positive energy surrounding me. After dinner, we departed to wrap the evening with our own activities. Ashley and I walked over to the living quarters for the rest of the evening. Before we went to our respective rooms, Ashley pulled me over to the end of the quarters, specifically. Ash, what's up? Echo, I've been thinking, and I don't know how to say this. This killing game, it has me really worried. An ultimate battle royale, just saying it's ridiculous. It has to be some kind of themed ARG or weird elaborate prank. I was kidding around, but Ashley remained with such a serious demeanor. Well, you're here, aren't you? How do you explain your high school plaque of your personal room door, huh? Sure, it's a little strange, but that could mean anything. I was probably just mistaken for a different student in my high school. You know what I think it means? It means I was right. Echo, being involved in this only results in ultimate levels of trouble. This game was specifically created for ultimate students managed to gain a collateral student participant simply by association. Me! Ash, what are you saying? I don't want you to worry about me. Yes, I can protect myself, but it's more than that. I remember that night, the night you dropped me off after we had dinner. You couldn't walk me to my house. In fact, make it to the house at one place in... You know, I just realized that Echo is like 5 foot and she's 6 foot. It's like, they have a foot of difference in height. But when I looked back out the street, I noticed something strange. I saw smoke. It was coming from the direction you dropped me off, so I assumed the worst. I wanted to run out there and see what happened, but the only thing I remembered after that was a sharp pain and then... black. Right. I must have been a target or something. Someone must have subdued and captured me, and at the same time you as well. Whoever did this, it seemed they wanted to cover all their bases, which meant if you saw anything that night, you had to be taken also. I trembled at the thought. The problem was I didn't see a thing happen that night. Echo, I can protect myself, but I want you to keep your distance so whatever happens to me doesn't come to harm you as well. How can you say that? We're best friends. I can't abandon you at a time like this.
I need you to leave me alone. It's for your safety. It hurts me to even think about it, but I don't want you to be in danger because of your relation to me as a close friend.
I couldn't believe what was happening. Ashley's face was painted with remorse. She only wanted to keep me safe, but in return it meant we needed to be apart. Ashley gave me one last hug before retiring to the room for the night. Ashley. I hung my head in despair. Why did this have to happen? I clenched my fist in frustration. Damn it! I pounded the wall trying to process everything when I heard a gentle voice. I'm sorry for what just happened. I turned around to see the source of the voice a few paces behind me. It was Pandora. Her voice barely whispered. Pandora, you heard our conversation?
I apologize. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I only held nearby because I wanted to talk to you privately. Me? Yes, I was wondering, does this message mean anything to you?
Kuma. Oh shit. Pandora pulled a small piece of paper out of her apron pocket. They noted two small symbols belonging to some text. That reminds me, actually. Controls. Okay. Okay. Interesting. There's no. Okay, I mean, to be fair, it's very early in the game so far, but there's really, like, nothing about, like, shoot text, hit the lie bullet, analyze bullets, or anything like that, so it's really interesting. So there might, like, I don't know if there are gonna be trials, because it's like, we don't really have a host, so I don't know. Then we had two small symbols along with some text. If you recognize one of these symbols depicted, then you finally have found me and are safe. Please do not speak of this note's existence, just no one but yourself. Upon closer inspection, the symbols were similar to the ones the announcement showed. What does this mean? Do you recognize them either? I can't say that I do. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was confused by the content of the note, so I was hoping someone could help me. In particular, I was wondering what the note meant by you're safe. Based on what was shown in the note itself, the two symbols could be of interest. It seemed like there could be someone here who might be connected to whoever is controlling the announcements. Zero is probably the host. Probably.
It might be the spy. I thought the same. I wish the implications weren't so. Where do you find that? It was in my pocket since I woke. I don't know how it got there. I don't recall putting anything like this in my pockets.
She tucked the note away back in the apron pocket.
How was it?
What if Pandora is the mastermind, but she has like amnesia? So it's like she put the "you are safe" thing to calm down the innocent version of her. Like the mastermind version of her made a note that said like "you are safe, don't worry." So it's like, don't worry, you're the mastermind, Pandora, so you're fine. Now I'm gonna wipe your memories, so you're gonna be innocent again to get away with it. I don't know. That'd be funny. However, that wasn't really what I wanted to talk to you about.
I wanted to say, I feel like you're a special person. I can't explain it, but I feel a strong aura about you.
Oh, thank you.
She smiled and went on. Echo, you might think you're being an ultimate student in some kind of extravagant existence, but you forget there's beauty in the original as well. Even if we do have ultimate talents, we're still regular people just like you. Or waking up in our bed heads, sometimes showing up late to our appointments. We're a little more preoccupied with one particular thing than most others.
Thank you, Pandora. Pandora managed to quell a bit of worry in my heart.
But it is a pity what happened between you and Ashley.
I don't know what to think anymore. One moment, Missy is telling me not to believe a word the announcement says, and another moment, Ashley is cutting ties with me in a firm belief of the dangers of the game.
What am I supposed to do?
My throat began to choke.
Très désolé, Echo. I don't think it's my place to say. However, this is about the pumping the road. Ashley will always be your friend, no matter what. And I believe it will determine what's in store for us ahead, so we must keep on faith and live one moment at a time.
The lights began to dim as Pandora smiled at me one last time.
Ding dong, ding dong.
It's now 9 p.m. Night time is now at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed until 7 a.m. in the next morning. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise.
Oh dear, I hope the night has come. Well then, bonne nuit, Echo. And please don't tell anyone about this note. I don't want to cause any unnecessary trouble. I feel like this note is the key to many mysteries about this place.
I know that the note was odd, but I couldn't help doubt Pandora.
Good night to you, Pandora. We both returned to our personal rooms to pass over the night. Returning to my room, I made myself comfortable and slipped into bed. I stared blankly at the dimly lit ceiling, letting my wand wander aimlessly through the news I learned today. But nothing really stuck. Words and conversations and thoughts flew by as I let my heavy eyes close. The one thought that pervaded the others was, what could be waiting for us tomorrow? Before I knew it, I'd fallen into a deep sleep. There's only 7 days in this, so we're gonna go into day 3, and there's probably gonna be a death here in day 3.
That'd be weird if there wasn't, because this game only takes place in 7 days, so it's gotta be a death.
From my eyes to the now familiar colors of the room, sigh. I looked at my clock on my bedside table, 7:28. I turned off the alarm before it rang and slowly got out of bed. Only 2 days had passed yet I found myself beginning to assimilate to the sleep schedule. I splashed my face with cold water, the icy sting charging my nerves for a sharp awakening. I wonder if anyone is in the dining hall for breakfast yet. No, I don't want to see them die. None of them seem like jerks. I mean, I don't know. One of them is gonna be like secretly a jerk. We're gonna find out by the first trial, I bet. If there even is trial, I don't even know if there are. I made my way to the dining hall, stopping in the foyer in the moment to gaze at the mysterious, electrifying doorway. Don't touch it, dude. In the dining hall were a few early risers just starting breakfast. Good morning. Good morning, Echo. Help yourself. I made some muffins with chocolate today. Hopefully it'll energize you. Nothing like a satisfying breakfast to start the day.
Ooh, rolling on the same cruise last time, except I guess Ashley switched it for Pandora.
My heart hurt when Art mentioned Ashley because she's dead in her room and not alive anymore. Pandora must have noticed and sat close to me.
Hey, I made some lemon squares for you. Ashley told me to pass you like lemon.
She did? So Ashley was still looking out for me. Thanks, Pandora. Can you tell her thanks for me as well? No, you can't because she's dead. Of course. We continued our leisurely breakfast and we all shook off the night's slumber. No one else came during the length of our stay in the dining hall, however. Here we go. Here we go, guys. It's happening. Oh, never mind. God damn it.
Oh, please have a second fraction for a special announcement.
After the announcement ended, I mechanically started to get up from my seat when Art loudly kicked his feet on the table.
No way!
Art leaned back and pouted.
We're not gonna listen to your creepy announcements, you hear?
He waggled his finger aimlessly at the ceiling. I wonder what happens if we refuse to assemble. Do you want to test this passive protest? Why not? I'm curious as well. Hey, isn't this dangerous?
I could. It might be risky.
The only risk so far has been from when Echo has actively tried to escape. The past 48 hours have been nothing but casual for us. Danganronpa Canada edition. Everyone's just so casual and apologizes. My god. However, after a moment's silence, the painting above the fireplace switched to the announcement emblem. It was the Killing Game announcer. So welcome to day 3! Huh? So it plays regardless. I sat down and allowed the announcement to disrupt our morning. Are you comfortable? Having a nice breakfast? Have fun sleeping in? That's great to hear! Today we'll be reviewing some general rules relative to our lovely killing game. They are as follow. Students will join idyllic lifestyle with the apothecum walls for the duration of 7 days. Activity amenities are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Breaking major assets. Kitchen, refrigerator, theater lights is strictly prohibited. At the end of 7 days, whoever survives is awarded the ultimate prize. To expedite the... I like this. I like this because it's like... Instead of Danganronpa, where it's like, if you kill someone and get away with it, you escape. Here it's like, you just need to survive, like, 7 days. I think that's more interesting, I guess. But, like, I don't know. It's like, unique, at least. To expedite the process towards the ultimate prize, one must kill a fellow... Oh, this just speeds up the process. Why don't you just wait 7 days? It's kind of like the prisoner's dilemma, right? Must kill a fellow student without getting caught. And to get the ball rolling, each morning a special announcement will be provided to exercise your mind. Today's forced motive question is, are your talents a true representation of who you are? Who are you beyond your talent? Stew upon these brain-teasing inquiries as you all carry on with your communal lives, and whoever actually went through the atrium gets an additional special gift. Yeah, I know. No one wants to go to the second floor to hear an announcement. Well, that's what speakers are for, after all. So whoever follows the rules gets a little something, if you know what I mean. Finally, if there are no developments by today's end, there will be serious repercussions. Oh, shit. You will suffer from consequences to be executed as a group for failing to pursue the game. Oh, God. You gotta kill today. Check your bracelets. They contain a lethal dose of Complex 53, the straight out of Zero Escape. Almost. Just enough to knock you out into the next life in less than a minute. Huh? I flipped my bracelet over to see a small vial of clear liquid attached to the control chip. Our bracelets has these things the whole time? But that's the last resort. I don't want anyone to use it unless you all really bore me. So come you all, make it happen. The bizarre announcement cut out and the painting returned to its original form. So the thing they're giving us to motivate murder is a question. My thread of a clear liquid that is proclaimed to be a deadly toxic gas. As far as I know, that such a chemical by the name Complex 53 doesn't exist.
It might be water like a prop or something, and recently, end of the day if nothing happens. I don't know, it seems kind of weak.
I furrowed my brow. I recalled what Missy said yesterday, that the risk wasn't high enough to do anything drastic. The question was hardly raising the bar, not to mention a small vial of liquid. As for rather provide a motive, as it were, I don't understand. Are we meant to discuss the question with each other? Perhaps. Maybe if anyone has skeletons in the closet, I believe it's only fair to share our thoughts on the subject. I sheepishly ducked my head, but Missy caught me. Echo, why don't you lead us in the discussion? Right, here you go. Naegi, why don't you tell them? Tell them, Naegi. I swear to God, those bracelets are the same ones from Danganronpa 3. They're all just committing suicide? Oh, God. Oh, no. It's not good. So no one's dead yet. I'm going to bet it's not... I'm betting it's Ashley. Like, it's got to be Ashley. Like, come on. You're most qualified since you sit in a rather gray area when it comes to ultimate talents. Which isn't to say you're not included, but I think you have the most neutral viewpoint that is appropriate for judgment. Sure, if you say so. If you don't want to, it's not necessary. It's alright, I have to admit, I'm pretty curious now. Well, let's see what everyone has to say. Pandora. How am I beyond my talent? Honestly, I wouldn't be anything without baking, other than being French. Even in another life, I think I would always find my back to baking. It's just my soul. I think at the core of it, such an activity represents all that I have for in my life. The simplicity and sharing good food with others. To make something infused with love, and to think it brings joy back to others. It's quite a special feeling, is it not? Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Listen to my being so sentimental. You really love baking, huh? Oh, it's just everything. Art.
Is being a broke true golfer a true representation of who I am? I really don't get it. I mean, I think it is. I haven't really expanded my interests out of what I know, which is golf, so I can't say anything encompassing who I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. If you try something new now, I think it might be disorienting to fail at said activity since you're not ultra skilled in it.
Oh yeah, that does make sense. Well, ultimate golf or not, yeah, I like playing golf. I mean, I got so good at the sport because I knew I liked it all this time and stuck around with it. Never really thought of some other stuff.
It's really good. Oh wait, it's not. I'm not gonna let you $10 because Ashley's gonna die. I guess that's
I guess it's simple sentiment. Hee thanks, Echo.
It's like a very positive motive. It's just who are you? So Cyrus. Yes.
what does being called the ultimate charisma entail?
Well, it's the mystifying ability to draw people towards me with little to no effort. Or so I'm being told. Some might equate the word charisma and charm, and in turn think charisma has nothing to do with good looks, beautiful voice, overwhelming wealth, etc. However, I think charisma actually lies in having a kind soul. People are swayed by those with kind soul, be it they have good intentions to follow through or bad intentions to take advantage of. I find myself absorbed in Cyrus' statement. I might even say you're rather charismatic yourself, Echo. Oh, I don't know if I go that far. Nonsense. I welcome your presence. It's calming. I felt embarrassed after being such a kind praise from the one so-called ultimate charisma himself. So that in mind, how do you describe your personality and talent? Not sure. It's always difficult to talk about yourself, though I do suppose you like being with the flow. I guess a word could be cooperative.
Missy Vesper.
A political tactician, huh? It's not glamorous. It's often tasked with knowing the burdens and misdeeds of people in power. It's somewhat a curse to be able to lie my way out of a sticky situation.
How do you feel about being called the ultimate tactician, though?
I don't mind. It is what it is. It is the strength I've been blessed with, and I would be misspoken if I said I took an interest in other things. You know, I've always known my personality to be that of someone who informs. And, it can be a purpose-driven voice power to speak on for what's right. Then the ensuing battle, be it a difficult one, I'll produce satisfying results. I believe it. At the end of the day, if debate occurs, there will be an often intense emotion about it. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen your fair share of selfishness and greed, huh? Circumventing those intentions can be trying, but you just need to take the good with the bad. Missy's self-assured as always. Everyone said similar things. Their talents run alongside their personalities. You couldn't have one without the other. What an odd motive. I would imagine talking about this kind of thing among peers would only reinforce relations. If our captors are trying to paint distrust, I'm afraid I don't quite get the logic. I thought about the intention of the question, but all I could think about was that it might be to weed out spies, which involuntarily led me to suspect the person I would least suspect. Is something the matter, Echo? Nothing. Averted my gaze from Pandora. She said that the kind of secret note that bore the strange emblems on their mansion announcements. What could that mean? If I may be so bold, I firmly believe that the discussion about the ultimate talents are truly one, the same with our personality and characteristics. I'm inclined to agree.
I guess it's cool that we got to know each other a little more, though. It seems like a friendly enough topic.
Indeed, our talent and skills are born with passion within, and you simply cannot remove the aspect of a person without losing a part of themselves. A peculiar motivators are on.
With their thoughts on the forced motive question cleared, our group was able to finish the morning in peace. The breakfast club wrapped up with no other announcements to interrupt us. The afternoon was completely available for the rest of our individual activities. I didn't have anything particularly planned today, so I hit the foyer before deciding what to do next.
Hey, Echo.
The familiar voice erupted behind me.
What's up, Art?
This might be weird to ask, but do you mind if I hang out with you today? I'm kind of curious about the other student talent stories, but I don't want to go running around the mansion alone.
Oh, why didn't you ask one of the others before breakfast?
Huh? Oh, 'cause you're cool.
What?
I mean, you're easy to talk to. I thought we were asking Missy, but Missy's kind of imposing, honestly. Like, I feel like I have to walk all nice and, like, balancing my books on my head or something.
I don't think she's strict on how others walk or anything like that. That aside, she stuck around with you on the first date, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, I'm asking you now since I'm here. Besides, I can't find Lyle. I wanted to get some strategy meetings started today, and besides, maybe even help him with solving some stuff, but...
So that was the second choice. Somehow he seemed disappointed. Sure, I'll tag along. I didn't have anything planned today anyway. I trailed off thinking about Ashley.
We could probably cut down one visit right here, since you and Ashley are best friends. Do you know anything about her talent?
Honestly, I can't say I do. This is the first time I've ever heard such a thing like ultimate talents. All I knew is that she lived out in the countryside with her father on a ranch, on Ranch Westbridge Stables. I didn't think all her time around horses amounted to something as intense as being an ultimate jockey.
Huh. Maybe she's like modest. I mean, she just has like high win rates. Doesn't mean she avoids taking care of the horses. Kind of like she works hard and plays hard. Does that make sense?
I couldn't really make heads or tails of it. I don't want to be thinking about Ashley at the moment anyway. It was too overwhelming. Sighed. Yeah, I suppose that could be it.
Alright, that's one down. Let's get going.
It seemed like I got roped into exploring other students' opinions on the forced motive question with art. Not that I was opposed to the idea of learning about the others. There were a handful of people you hadn't heard from. Oh god, more free time? Okay. Forte, Say, and Lila is missing as usual. Lila's so sus. Lila's so fucking sus. We can't even talk to Ashley apparently. Okay, we'll talk to Say. Time to find Say. Lila is so sus. It's obviously not him. Like Lila's such a red herring. Like I bet like he's kind of Kokichi like, where it's like you think he's an asshole, but he's actually like, you know, well I mean he's still an asshole, but he's not the mastermind. Art and I saw Say in the kitchen and poking at a digital screen. Oh, I haven't eaten since yesterday. Say, what's the matter? Oh, it's no use. I don't know how to use the screen thing. It doesn't register my taps. How you need to tap your bracelet at the screen first, then you can choose a meal. What? She raised her right arm, scanned the bracelet of the screen, activating the display. Oh, this is embarrassing. I'm not right-handed, so this is gonna be brought up again. The fact that Say's left-handed. Write it down, everyone. It's gonna be useful later. Glad I could help. Say poked at the digital screen, ordering a rice porridge from pickled vegetables.
Eat up, Say. Echo, let's do something too so you don't have to eat alone.
Art, Say, and I shared a small meal together. After we finished, Say quietly sat in the dining hall and filled with their rings, and then let out a big exasperated guess. Oh, it's really no use. What's wrong? I can't get used to anything around here. It may be because I'm quite forgetful, but I went so long without eating because I couldn't figure out the menu thing. You shouldn't go long without eating. If you need help from anything, you can always ask one of your friends here. Friends?
Was that too forward?
No, I don't talk to you all so much, so I didn't believe you thought of me as a friend.
Oh, don't say that. There's no reason we couldn't call you a friend, right?
She stopped right there, but I saw a smile turn the corner of her lips.
So, right down to business.
Business?
We came right by to ask you about the question thing.
The question thing? You mean the false motive question?
Yeah, the group of us were talking about it in the dining hall over breakfast, and we were wondering if you had any thoughts about it.
I don't know. It seems straightforward. I'm a detail-oriented person and watches are full of little mechanisms. Although I guess I can get lost in the details and miss the big picture like just
I just realized something about Say is that she can easily fuck with the time of death because of the whole watches thingy. Or she could be the one that dies, and it's like her watch is like super pivotal to the finding out who the murderer is, because it's like the discrepancy in the time of death. I don't know. Anyway.
But again, after all the gear design differences under the face of the watch, the outcome is still fixed. A timepiece, right?
I don't see Say as a friend. She's kind of boring to me. Yeah, I think Say's gonna be useful because she's A, left-handed, and B, has watches. So it's like that's gonna be relevant, right?
Yeah, I don't understand what that question is supposed to be all about. Sorry.
No worries, we don't know yet either, so we're gonna go around getting everyone's opinion.
Or reminds me of Tails from Sonic.
Oh, I see. I'll go figure it out then.
Say climbs up and quickly scuttles off before we can say anything else.
Oh, bye. She's kind of antsy, huh?
Forte solo. Forte is probably where I think he is. The Pokemon trainer guy is just staring at me. He's cool. He's like Tails from Sonic. That's what he reminds me of.
Hey, Sonic!
Oh, Echo, what brings you here?
Art was curious about your opinion on the forced motive question.
Yeah, wait, it's opera. Isn't it boring?
Art, full of tact, I see.
Ah, it's quite the opposite of boring. Performances are quite rich and can shake the viewer to the core. Opera's a wonderful art that combines raw vocal emotion with the physical beauty of expressing yourself for the very being.
Oh, wanna hit some bars?
Forte's operatic voice says a little curious to be an understatement.
Oh no, I couldn't perform under these conditions.
I don't think he's an opera singer. I think he's faking. I think like that's why we got the motive to like see if everyone knows their shit. But it's like maybe he's faking or something.
By the condition of the heart, of course.
Can we ask why that is?
Well, you see, I haven't been able to properly express myself since the tragedy struck in my hometown. We lost a friend in the community, Sir Hyde, one of my most loyal friends. One of his favourite pastimes included long walks in the park with the wind gently brushing through his ears.
Wait, is he talking about what I think he's talking about?
You lost your dog?
Art!
Yes, I'm still rather fragile about it.
I'm sorry, that sucks, man.
See the hero!
It's supposed to be a different experiencing tragedy than performing it.
Oh, precisely. I've been troubled since.
What kind of dog was he?
A German Shepherd of 13 years.
I'm sure you gave him a grateful life with lots of music, of course.
Forty's small lip turned a smaller grin.
Indeed, dog is my best friend, although it ought to have been unseemly of me to treat him not like my own family. He has such a charm and wit howling along my practice. Why, I dare say, prevented me from practicing. Times more often than not, so I love to command the attention of all his prey.
I couldn't help but smirk at the idea of his dog in theater stage. It was a sweet thought.
Yeah, just remember all those good times with Mr. Hyde.
Indeed I shall, thank you, Art.
Fucking Forte's a faking, right? He's like actually super untalented and stuff. Like he doesn't know how to opera sing. I don't know. Out of that small chat, Arden and I thanked Forte for his time and paused near the theater exit to collect our thoughts.
I bet his dog was really fun to play with. Anyway, what did we learn? I don't think we answered the question as much as we did with a description of what opera is.
I think we did. Opera's kind of a dramatic guy. Forte's kind of a dramatic guy, sure, but he's very in tune with his emotions, just like opera. Satisfied with the answer, Art nodded understanding. And despite him jumping straight to Forte's worries, Art seemed to have helped Forte recall his fondness of his late friend. Art or Forte? Kind of sus, dog. All right, Canon.
Cannon boys forever. Whee!
Canon was in the atrium photographing some of the scenery in the center of the Grand Hall. Art and I hid away from behind the bushes watching quietly. That's creepy, dudes. Don't do that. Hey, I know you two are there. Be quiet until I'm done. We watched in silence as she snapped various photos of the plants. Out with it. What do you want?
Echo was curious about your tale in relation to the forced motive question.
Way to throw me under the bus. Yeah, I just wanted to hear your thoughts. There's not much to say. I know who I am. I'm a photographer, a behind-the-scenes kind of person who brings others' visions to life and captures them for eternity.
Was this rehearsed or what?
No, I just know who I am, with a certainty. Just as Cannon was about to make a dramatic exit on that lingering note, Pandora caught her on the way out.
Oh, Cannon, just the person I wanted to see.
And what is this about the motive question as well?
Indeed, well, what can feel is an interesting subject. Would you mind if I asked what draws you to it?
Yes, I do mind. It is niche and I don't want to waste my breath explaining these nuances to people who wouldn't understand.
No activity is so niche that is acted upon without love, you know?
Whatever. Leave me alone.
Did I offend you?
No. Just, why are you bombarding me these questions? We're not close.
This is how I get close. We make small talk and learn about each other. It is all in good spirit.
Well, I really wish you wouldn't bother. Kenan ends the conversation for us again and disappears from the atrium.
Well, I guess there's that.
Sorry you had to walk in on that, Pandora.
It's fine. I guess it wasn't my place to ask. I shouldn't cry so.
Oh, you didn't do anything wrong. Cannon's just kind of snippy.
That's putting it kindly.
Thank you, Art. Echo. Excuse me. I just remembered something. I see you around.
Oh, sure thing. We'll see you later. And then Lyle, we don't know where he is because he's sus as fuck. I wonder. Ever wondered. Yeah, we can't find him again. God damn it. Art and I look for Lyle, but he remains as elusive as ever.
What the heck? Where's Lyle?
Don't know. I'm certain we could have ran into him by now.
If we run around some more, we're bound to find him sooner or later.
After running around all day, Art and I managed to catch Lyle as he was about to enter his room on the other side of the living quarters hall.
Yo, Lyle!
Hey there, what's the good word? You're awfully casual for being so difficult to find.
Yeah, we finally got you.
Huh?
You've been running around this whole building solving puzzles.
We've been running around this whole building looking for you. Oh, I'm in hot demand, that's right.
Yeah, we wanted to hear your thoughts on the motive question.
We thought it might improve relations, getting to know each other and all. Forced motive question. It's not a very strong motivator, is it? What if we don't want to talk about it? I suppose you don't have to.
Yeah, we're all friends. We should share stuff like this.
And friends should know when to let up on the pressure.
Oh, sorry, Lyle.
Art looked down dejectedly. I'm sure Art didn't mean to press you so hard. It's fine. It's just, I've known puzzles all my life, you know? Puzzle solving is more of an introverted task, if you will. They're generally seen as activities simply for passing time, cubing, crosswords, etc. And they all happily ate pancakes with syrup. I hope so. I don't think, I thought the stream exploded for a bit. I don't really think about who I am beyond my talents, all. I'm afraid that I'm too boring without puzzles.
You're not boring. You're plenty cool. I mean, look around. You got all sorts of friends of yours. Think you're amazing for charging right towards this solving the door. Right, Echo?
Amazing was one way to put it. Yeah, Lyle, don't beat yourself up. You have a gift. Yeah, thanks, you too. But hey, while we're on the topic, listen to this. I'm thinking with the door. I managed to find something out. Lyle had her attention as he led to the foyer. Dude, I'm so sus on Lyle, dude. And it's probably because, like, the roster picture of him is, like, he looks super fucking sus. But yeah. Here we are. Give the door a try. What? No, wait, does that mean we don't have to stay here anymore? Surprisingly, it's been totally lag-free for the most part. That's good. That's the catch. Go ahead. I gave Lyle a nervous look before reaching slowly for the door handle. Bracing myself, I quickly gripped the handle and nothing happened. I was fine.
Wow, Lyle, you did it!
I gave the door a push, but they wouldn't budge.
Oh, what now?
What the? Is there a barricade or something? I think so, or it's hard locked. So I managed to disable the electric door, but the physical barrier is an issue now. Sigh. I admit, I'm relieved that there are more layers to this task now. What do you mean?
It would have been boring if I had disarmed the door.
Unconcerned with the discovery, Lila is more satisfied with having more puzzles to solve than he was by removing the trap at the dangerous door.
Here's something that's interesting, though. Might be important since it's about the weird killing game twist. After the 9 a.m. morning announcement, I saw Say sneak downstairs in the direction of this atrium.
You think she wanted to listen to that announcement?
I can't think of anything else. Even stranger was that after she came down, she went to the dining hall for a minute but quickly left. I broke in there and saw this in the pantry. Kuma.
Whoa, a secret note!
Did Kuma put the... oh, God. What if, say... oh, God. I have a theory now. So, Say and Pandora were talking, I think, about Bracelet. So, what if Say is going to murder someone? Probably Ashley. She put the "you're safe" card in Pandora's pocket to be like, I'm not going to kill you, Pandora. You're fine. But I'm going to kill someone else. Probably Ashley. So, right now, Say is kind of sus because that's what I see it as.
Yeah, I can only assume.
I was confused. How could this special gift from this morning if Pandora shared the note with me in confidentiality last night? I decided to keep quiet about it. I didn't want to confuse things further.
I study little, and the symbols don't match any symbols of the students that are currently here. I cross-referenced the note symbols with the ones on the personal room doors and got nothing. That is, if the note symbols even belong to the students. I remember Missy saying stuff about the other students. Oh, she told me that the preservation project advised ultimate student groups across different wings of the building. Maybe those students are from a different wing.
So what do we do if we know about these students? It's not like we've seen them in our part of the building yet.
Who knows? Could be more.
Okay. So Lila's just the Zero Escape guy, which I love, because I love Zero Escape. But my god.
Could it be morphogenic field theory?
Lila muttered something under his breath. Morpho what?
Don't worry about it.
Makes me wonder. Like, Lila's like, you know, we make memes about Edgeworth jumping universes, but Lila's literally just from the Zero Escape universe, and it's great. Lila isn't sus. You could give him a Rubik's Cube and he'd be no longer a threat.
For example, I believe Ashley and Echo being friends before this. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Right, see, for me, I recognize art school problem. AA Academy, right?
Ace Attorney Academy?
Huh, yeah, how do you know?
I went to Rainmouth Institute. I remember seeing your school symbol when our schools merged. The school used to be called Signal Prep High School before the merger. I thought you were so cool representing the whole school to influence the merger.
Huh, it's kind of embarrassing. It was such a long time ago, I barely remember it.
Why not? It's amazing they use your golf skills to make something happen.
Our school has never been in better shape thanks to your help. Thanks, but people complain that my games are interesting enough since I always get the same result. A hole in one. They always say games should be interesting, and they should play golf themselves, you know? Besides, Lila, you're the cool one. I mean, you use like your deduction or whatever to figure out how to disarm a dangerous door. That's more utility than I could have ever imagined.
That's nothing. The door doesn't even open anyway.
It's awesome, though. I feel like you can even figure out what the deal is with the killing game announcement stuff.
Yeah, that's the end goal. I'm just working my way through all these small pieces they're giving me.
The two talk energetically as I awkwardly watch.
Sorry, Echo, we're just over here talking your ears off, huh?
That's alright. I'll take my leave now if you guys want to continue.
Sure, it was fun hanging out with you.
Let me know if you come across anything weird, alright?
Art and I left, chattering us the other way out. They really clicked on despite Art's lack of sensitivity. Oh god. I turned around and glanced over the digital kiosk on the floor looking for time. 15 o'clock. It's already 3 in the afternoon. Nothing regarding the killing game has happened all day. I guess I should be relieved. I really want to find Ashley, but it seems like she was trying her best to put distance between us. I suppose I'll pass time in the study. I made my way to the study and skimmed the collection of encyclopedias. An interesting titled book, odd theme parks across the world, caught my attention. With my tone in hand, I settled in the warmly lit study and began to leaf through the pages. I passed through the time reading a strange underwater theme park called... Is that from fucking, Ever 11, I think? I need to check this. Is that from Ever... No, Ever 17? Oh my god. Lemu? It is! Oh my god. Dude, this game is is referencing all the... I forgot his name. Ushikoshi, I think? That's his name? Ushikoshi games. My god. I wonder if this is like foreshadowing that there's gonna be some... Like, it's so weird that there's so many references to the Ushikoshi games in a Danganronpa game. Like, if this was titled something like, you know, Zero Escape. Lapse, then maybe, but like it's called Danganronpa Lapse. It's like a weird fusion of the two, and I really do like it. I looked at the book's pages and towards the ring sign coming from the ceiling. So it's like someone's gonna be a ghost. Someone's gonna be a ghost. If we're following Ever 17, someone's gonna be like a robot. Someone's gonna be a ghost. The protagonist is secretly evil. Someone's gonna have amnesia. Like all the tropes are gonna happen if this is deriving from the Ushikoshi games, which I think is great because I love those games. But like, oh my god, I like this. I love how the best Danganronpa fan game, or fan project that I found is more of a Zero Escape fan project than a Danganronpa project. Is now 4 p.m. and no one has died yet. Oh, how boring! Here's something that'll pump your blood to shed some blood. Some inspiring, exciting, energizing music. Music. This is one special request for many of you. Enjoy. The announcement finished as a cacophony of obnoxious noise started playing overhead. Ah, what kind of music is this? I'm having a book to cover my ear, but it's pointless. The reverberation pierced through my skull and pounded through the walls. What the hell? Scarring my room, looking for the speakers, hoping to block the noise, but my efforts are futile. I ran to study, but the din kept crashing through my head, amplified words and bouncing off the hallway walls. Where is everyone? I instinctively went to the floor, but it was no use. The door was disarmed, but it was still barricaded. What can I do? The noise was more severe on the floor as it crashed off the walls and echoed through the main chamber. Ah! My head was pounding. I could feel the vibrations to my body, my heart beating in my ears. Turning around the main doors, I saw a shadowy movement on top of the stairs. Hey! The shadow disappeared. I mustered out a cry for attention, but was drowned out by the noise. Speeding up the stairs, the shadow was nowhere to be seen. Shoot! Where did they go? I peeked through the glass doors of the closet room, the spa lounge, and spotted Pandora reclining in the lounge chairs. Finally, someone to help me with this horrible situation. I threw the door wide open and rushed in. The music persisted. Here we go. Here we go. The best Danganronpa song experience. The music persisted as echoes of its beat flooded into the circular chamber. Pandora, what's going on? I can't find anybody. No reaction. Pandora? A close distance between it. Oh, I missed that. Something. Time froze. My breath escaped me once more as I slowly came to realize what had happened. Oh god. I felt my blood run through cold eyes as my eyes laid fixed on the stillness before me. Pandora, no! She's dead. She got choked. Seiya has something to do with this because I know she talked to Sei or whatever. And also the Kuma card is just so like that's gonna come up, and Sei was the last person that found it, right? It's got like something's gonna happen. There's no response from her. Pandora was dead. So that's why it's called that, huh? That's why it's called Je ne sais. Should have known. I should have known. It wasn't Ashley. I'm surprised it wasn't Ashley. My bed is on Sei. I darted out of the spa lounge, my eyes tearing through the hall as I screamed at the top of my lungs for anyone to help. Help! Well, no one's gonna help you, because we'll see you guys next time. I think this is a good place to end. This was a lot of fun. I really do enjoy this game. The best friend didn't die. JP gave me $10. No, I mean, she could still die in this chapter. You know, she could be the murderer and all that. But, no, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that so far. Oops, I didn't mean to save twice, but that's fine. I really enjoyed that so far. I don't know about you guys. Sadly, our girl, Pandora, is no more. Look at her. Oh my god. I don't know what these things on the right are. Are these like her friends? I don't know. Pandora is no. I bet she's the killer. Honestly, I'm 100% sure she's the killer. Like I know she's like just a friend, but like I don't know who it could be. Like, does anyone? I guess there aren't really any motives, so it's like I don't know. But like Sei is the only one that's like really sus. I think like not canon. Ashley could also be the murderer just because like we haven't seen her at all. So it's like maybe that's why she wanted to distance herself. That would be a good twist. It's like the best friend is actually the case 1 or chapter 1 killer. But like, I really don't know. It was awesome. Wait for the investigation, you goon. Here, we're gonna stream tomorrow. We're not gonna do an Ace Attorney stream until Saturday and Sunday. So we're gonna do another stream tomorrow. Probably finish chapter 1, maybe begin chapter 2. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know how much longer we have. I assume not that much longer because this game like 2.5 hours and we're already at the death. That's pretty fast. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the pacing. The pacing's really good. I don't really have any bad things to say about this game. Like, I am really quite enjoying this game. If it keeps up the quality, then I'll definitely get Daniel to play it as well. I don't know. I'm happy. It's a very respectable fan project. And there's like, oh my god, the Zero Escape references are like making me really happy. I love the Zero Escape references. Or the Uchikochi. It's Ashley. She's gonna die. Bye bye. It's still gonna be Ashley. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Ashley's gonna die somehow. All right. It's gonna be Ashley. Now, before we go, are there any other Danganronpa fan projects to check out? Like any finished ones? Because like Shattered Hope is like super promising, but it's just like I don't know. It's like according to the data, it's been like 4 years and it's only one chapter. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be like 6 chapters, right? I'm gonna look at the I guess the I don't know. Deadly Life preview. Oh god, wait. Oh my god, there aren't even in the Deadly Life yet of chapter 1. That's insane. I think, unless I'm mistaken. I'm just skimming through with like no context. It doesn't seem
Whatever I.
Oh, it's voice acted. Oh god.
Just shut up for a second.
Okay, the fact that it's voice acted is actually like making me really interested in it. Actually, that's good. I don't have to narrate. I'll just get to watch. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it when series do like podcasts and you know like Q&As and little previews before there's a whole lot of things, because it seems that they did like a lot of podcasts and stuff like 2 years before chapter 1 episode 1 even came out. Which is like I understand these things take a while, but it's like, you know, how much is too long, you know? If one, yeah, I don't want to be like that was me. I don't want to be working in things into my 30s, you know. Even though my total drama fan fictions are probably gonna be finished in like what, like 2027 or something. Oh god. The next part of chapter 1 is coming out soon, hopefully. Like, is it like if it's like, you know, like only 8 characters, then like fair enough, I guess. But if it's like 16, then it's well, we're gonna go 6 chapters, like what, like 1 chapter every like 4 or 5 years. Like my god, it's gonna take forever. Cause like, you know, it's non-profit, and you know, these are just passion projects, but like, you know, takes too long. This looks hella promising though. This looks really good. Also, I can't trust you unless you have proof she killed Panda Express. It's I don't know. Ashley is my bet. Oh man, Danganronpa Despair Time is really good, but it's on hold at the trial for chapter 2. I'm gonna check that one out. Is that a fan game or a fan series? I'm guessing that's a series. There are surprisingly not a lot of fan games. Like this is the only completed one other than the Danganronpa Another Despair series. I'm not gonna finish Danganronpa Another Despair, the first game, because I already saw another YouTuber play it, so I already know what happens. But it's very good. I wish it didn't stop, but it's just, you know, the fact that it was like not fully polished just kind of turned me off. And all, like it gets a lot better. Like I'm pretty sure like the part where I stopped is where the game really starts getting good, which is a shame. But yeah. Danganronpa, I'm in the process of watching Another Despair Academy 2 on YouTube, and it also seems really. I can't play it because it's, you know, only for PC and I use a Mac. But you know, if it's really good, I'll make Daniel play the 2 games, and then we can voice act together, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Danganronpa Despair Time. Danganronpa Despair Time. Time for despair. Let's see. Oh wow, non-profit. Interesting. Oh wow, oh my god, chapter 10, chapter 2, episode 10. Holy fuck. So these are long. Like my war. Okay, they release like weekly, so that's really good actually. That's good. I'm gonna see when the episode 1, chapter 1 came out. Prologue. I like the thumbnails. Thumbnails are good. The prologue was 2020 February. I mean, it's 3 years ago. Still still one hell of a long time ago, but like it seems more reasonable. It seems more reasonable to have 2 chapters in the span of 2 years. Like that seems like a lot more reasonable than Shattered Hope. Like, that seems to be taking quite a while. 5 years, only 1 chapter. Like, oh, yikes. I don't know. It's really interesting to me that these like fan projects are only really starting to pop up in like recent years, like 2019, 2020, 2021. Because you would think that given how big the fandom is, you know, Danganronpa V3 releasing in 2017, you know, Danganronpa 2 coming out in 2012, I think. You think that these projects would have existed like a long time ago, you know. Like, I'm actually surprised that there's so few Ace Attorney fan games. There's only like 2 or 3 really polished ones, and even then they're old AF, and like they just look old. It's surprising how few. And granted, I might be spoiled because like Pokemon, which is the biggest media franchise in the world, that one has like a crap load of fan games. Like there's so many Pokemon fan games like daily, but granted that audience is massive, whereas these are like niche visual novels, you know, so I can't really expect too much. You could download the Windows emulator. I tried actually for Another Despair Academy 2. It just doesn't work. Like it doesn't, cause like it crashes whenever the videos play, cause like they're obviously like little cutscenes, and for some reason the Windows emulator doesn't work with the cutscenes. I said this at the beginning of the stream, but it's so weird because you would think that visual novels are really easy to port over to Mac. But yeah, I can't play. I can play them on my phone, but it doesn't play the videos, and that like kind of makes it jarring. I can't play the videos. I can play the game, but not the videos, sadly. Undertale is the same thing where it's 3 finished fan games. Yeah, Undertale is. That's actually weird because I feel like Undertale, because it's more retro with its graphics, it'd be easier to create things, or even just like little bullet hell mini games in the vein of Undertale. I don't know. Anyway, that's a lot of fun. I don't know if I want to do a Let's React, you know, series on those videos just because they're not done yet. But I don't know. They seem promising though. The voice acting and the production design are really high quality. So it's like, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to stream again tomorrow, and we're going to avenge our dear old friend Pandora. I bet it's Ashley. I'm 100% sure it's Ashley. But see you guys next time.